We're live. Ba, ba, ba. Okie doke, let me just tweet this out. Discord. Everyone, we are live. Ba, 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 ba. Yo, C, what's going on, man? C. All right, we'll be getting the Hawkeye costume. You already know. You already know it's happening. Yo, of course I remember, Z. How you doing today, brother? What's this bullshit? Okay, you goddamn right it's free. Easiest purchase of my life. This suit looks great. Some of these takedowns look alright. This is the Civil War. Yeah, that's the good one. This is a pretty good emote. But I mean, takedown. But I think I like the wrestling one better. That one's pretty cool, but I already didn't get the chair one for Cap. Are they like legitimately noir? Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. God, that's a good outfit. Yo, what's going on, Dip? What's going on, Ability? What up, Renee? How you guys doing today? Hope you're doing well. These outfits are pretty sick because they're literally like black and white. Like even the face is black and white, you know? There's no color to these outfits at all. It's completely grayscale. Pretty sweet. I don't love the Hulk. I don't love the Cap. Those are whatever. The Widow one I think is the best one so far. Oh, yo, Azros, what's going on, Brian? Yo, banger is the word of the day, dude. How you doing, Brian? Hope you're doing well. I already picked up the banger outfit of the day. I'm just admiring. It's tough, man, because I'm really complimenting these grayscale outfits because they're just so it's just cool that they are grayscale. It's very unique, right? You don't have any other outfits that they're like the faces are literally gray, you know. But I already got the Black Widow. I got the movie, the Black Widow movie one, which I really like. Was there a bundle for all the gray ones? No, I guess not. Because I feel like if you're going to use the grays, you have to go full Monty. You can't just use one gray, you know, because then they'll look like a cartoon character compared to the rest of the squad. That's interesting. They are, dude. They're wicked sweet. All right, so we need to do a little grinding. Oh. It's the two long villain sectors today. That is okay. So the only the only other real upgrade I need for my Hawkeye, I think, before the raid, if I just switch to him, that would be great. First of all, how's my vault looking? I can't even see right now. The only major upgrade I really need, not that I need any upgrades really, but the my 4 slot here. So this is the legendary version of the Eagles kit. Sorry, of the Operatives kit. Now I like the Operatives kit because I really enjoy the 10 extra second recovery arrow. I think that's pretty strong, especially because you can give it, you know, you can give the team crit chance while they're in it. So I think that's really powerful, but I don't love the third perk on the exotic. So I've got a legendary version, which actually had a better roll anyway, stat-wise. And it's got 3 kills, given intrinsic burst. Now that works pretty well because the same piece of gear itself gives you a damage buff while you're in overcharge. If you twisted my arm and said what would be better, I think 3 rapid kills grant a heroic charge burst might be a little better here. Obviously, the operative's armor is not going anywhere until we get the discordant piece that does the same thing. This is the greatest piece I own and is going to be even better when Tachyon Surge comes back. And then this piece is fine. I mean, I can't really think of an upgrade to this other than maybe a better 1 in 3 perk, but Split Shot Particle is absolutely fine. You can't get Vibranium with these stats, so I think I'm okay just keeping this piece. Why is it so hard to get Grips of the Storm? You've been grinding for hours? Bro, it's hard. I'm probably going to grind for that as well, to be honest with you. But I do want to just do these villain sectors first because that's where I can get that Storm set. Sorry, the Rangers set. If I can get the 4 piece on it. Hey, what's going on, Show World? The Potentiator perks are not working right. No, they're working, but they give a status boost. So they give a boost to the status buildup. It's not actually status damage. So they talked about this in one of the more recent blog posts. It's the damage. There's a difference between like pure damage and how much status bar builds up. That's status bar that they're talking about.
Getting reports that our bombing runs
Hang on one second. My phone is in the other room.
Nothing big yet, but they'll spread.
I should be able to open the gate if you get to the terminal I've marked on your HUD.
We're on it.
Best way into the facilities through the main entrance.
I've got a squad in the area to lend a hand.
Let's kick down the front door.
All right, I'm back. What up, Joey? How you doing today, brother?
Stand firm, Agent. Avengers are on their way.
So this should be pretty quick, and then we'll do the we'll try to grind Cosmic Cube and maybe a Rift for the day. You gonna want the Vibranium item? Well, I'm not getting rid of it. I'm definitely keeping it, but it sounds to me, based on what I heard from the perks and stuff, we're gonna need the discordant gear first, right? So like, if you don't have any discordant gear, the Vibranium's not gonna do much, right? But the new perks sound great. The what is it? The status leak was the one. When you hit them with the Vibranium, it spreads the effect. That one's pretty sweet. So I'm definitely, believe me, the Vibranium ain't going too far. I promise you that. Oh, there's a cargo guy. Oh, that's right. It's Cargo Runner week this week. That was this week, right? Nice. Reactive empowerment. Okay. Not too bad.
That assassination team is not...
Oh, the suit! You're right, dude. Oh my god. Am I nuts? Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Once you've taken care of
Still trying to farm for a Sonic piece for Kate. What are you trying to get? Because Kate, her... I'm not saying not to get it, but just be careful because her if you're going to use the... What's it called? Why did I kill that guy? I don't need this piece. Oh, maybe I do, actually. Turns out I didn't. Her scatter shot, I'm assuming you're going to use it with scatter shot. It doesn't really... That doesn't build a lot of status quickly. It's not a very status building, high status building attack. So just be on the lookout. Just be aware that you're not going to be building status very quickly with that. I would, if you're going to use it for like her, whatever the power attack is called on her, I forget. That might be a little more worth it. But yeah, because I would definitely recommend a warm element. Vibranium would work, honestly. Oh, but you gotta be careful because you can't get targeted buff with
No
Vibranium.
longer a threat.
But I would definitely recommend a warm element for her scatter shot. I use plasma currently,
Hey, take a breather, kids.
and it works pretty well. Oh, you're just talking about the raid itself? Oh, snap. Okay, well, I will. Don't you worry.
Stay alert, Avengers.
Some enemies have sonic shields that take massively less damage from anything other than Vibranium. Oh, the echoes! Those are the new guys. Okay.
Watch your backs
Yo,
out
boys,
there.
we got
Take a
some
step
we got
back.
some hush hush raid secrets in here. Hush hush. Yeah, Brian, here's a question. This is not like a spoiler or anything. Are you guys doing any type of like tracking for World's First or anything like that? Just out of curiosity. I assume the answer is no, but
Okay, they look interesting. Watch
just
out
thought
for
I'd ask.
Tricks are all they have when measured against an Avenger.
What's going on, Casual? How you doing, brother?
I will hack.
Nice work, Avenger.
The exit is below your current position. There is a checkmate close by.
I have to ask just because I come from a Destiny background. So like in Destiny, you know, raids like World's First is a big event for the raid. Like it's a big thing of like it's a whole to do.
Felt good.
Aimcom's chatter indicates they're struggling to respond to our attack.
We've done everything we can. Time to head home.
We could send a card, you know, to apologize. Dear evil mega corporation, sorry we destroyed your illegal data.
Wait. My monitoring
Oh,
team
one
detected
second,
a huge
boys.
data burst.
It appears to be a weaponized mech.
We need to take it down. Hard. Agreed.
All right. Sorry. Yeah, that is good to know. I mean, I'm on Vibranium. It's funny. I'm not on a Vibranium for too many things, to be perfectly honest. Hawkeye's really the only one that I like, because I like this one because it's got the increased status damage for bow attacks. The problem is you take a dip in your stats, right? Because of this. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. I still really like the Vibranium. The difference is it's tough to get it on a ranged piece. Not that it's hard, but you can't get it with targeted buff. So it becomes a little tricky trying to shuffle around your build to, you know, still be able to have that consistent damage buff, but still use Vibranium. It works for Hawkeye because he gets it on the melee piece, right? He's the oddball because he has his split shot comes on the melee piece versus having it on your ranged piece. So that's the only difference. Not that you know of. Yeah, I didn't think so. Just curious. Rated server progression. Wow, so I get it. Right on, brother. Yeah, I think, I mean, even if there's not like an official World's First, I think my schedule for, and I've already got my crew lined up, and it's a banger crew, let me tell you. But I can't tell you guys who I'm playing with because they may or may not also be content creators, and they haven't revealed it yet either, so I don't want to like spoil the beans. But we're definitely, I think my schedule for the day on the 31st is going to be, it's going to be raid, first thing, like as soon as reset happens, raid, then level Spider-Man to 150, and then possibly raid with Spider-Man. I'd like to try to get a raid with Spider-Man day one. That would be cool. But we'll see how it goes. Got Vibranium on Thor, so that's fine for now until I get a piece for Kate and a freak out after status fully built up. Yeah. I hear you, Joey. Yo, Pennywise, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? You actually paid for skin? I did, man. It's a great skin. My take on skins has been fairly consistent. If you like it, get it. If you don't like it, don't get it. I don't think there's any other take that anyone could possibly have for any skins in the game.
You're making progress.
If you like, if you like a skin, go for it. If you don't go for it. You know, some people anyway, like to get mad because like they don't like a skin, and it's like, bro, if you don't like the skin, just don't buy it. How is that? This is like the most elementary thing I've ever heard, you know? But I digress. That's not hitting anything. Oh no. Oh, the lock-on is screwing me. Oh, guys, did you see that? I don't even know if that's hitting. Oh, I can't actually aim. A way to turn lock-on off would be nice. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I know it's like Hawkeye's thing in the game, but the perfect example. It was screwing me right there. Taking a dip in stats, not a super huge deal when fighting echoes. Okay. I mean, I figured. That's what I tell people. People ask me all the time. They're like, is it worth it to use the like PIM or Vibranium? And I say, you gotta, it's really dealer's choice. Like, do you want to just go as high on stats as you can? Or you can take a dip in your raw damage to get the better element. So, and honestly, I mean, the raid doesn't lock your gear, right? So, I mean, oh, we got the piece we need. Ah, defensive buff. Oh, it's actually different. Oh, sorry. This was the legendary.
Works for me.
Okay, so long story short, we didn't get it. But yeah, I mean, if there's going to be guys with vibranium, like vibranium weakness, then definitely vibranium. And I mean, like I said, the gear, the raid is not going to lock your gear, right? You're not gear locked for it, so. There's no, you know, you come in with an arsenal, right? I mean, you come in with the expectation that you might change a thing or two here or there, right? It's not the end of the world. So, some extra stats won't impact as much as it has. Yeah, exactly. How long are you gonna stream? My phone is 19%. Yo, we're going a long time. You better get that thing on the charger, bro. Keeping all my polys for Spidey. Yeah, I might be topped off on polys. Oh, I have 965. Look forward to watching you guys tackle it. Thanks, man. Yo, appreciate you. Is there any known fix for harm room tutorials coming back? Had a glitch. None of them are showing except for the 5 challenges. I have not seen nor heard that from anybody yet, so no idea. Currently using plasma arrows as well. Looking forward to getting sonic arrows to see how that does. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like Sonic is definitely going to be. I've got the thing about Sonic. I'm really excited for the Sonic Conduit perk. I think that's going to be a banger perk. But there's only a few characters that I think it'll really sing on, you know? And it's, again, I mean, it's not that you're going to have 2 different elements to it, right? You're going to have the senders, which are going to be probably what I'm assuming will be like your support characters, right? Like, you guys know my grab build, right? Where I grab the Kamala grab, and then it's Sonic on grab. Pretty much every enemy I grab is immediately soniced up, and I can hold them forever. So I'm envisioning a build where I'm holding enemies, they're soniced, the grab stays forever, I'm soniced, right? And that's helping the grab stay forever, and then I'm sending Sonic. So I think that'll be a sweet support piece for Kamala. We'll have to see what gear slot the sender and receiver buffs come in, to see if it's how worth it is, because I can tell you on Kamala has one of the best 4-slot per pieces in the game with the Marvelous Regalia. That's like one of the moi.
With pleasure, Doctor.
What's up, Big B? Saw the prices for credits were reduced. Were they? I didn't actually see. I cannot. confirm that. I thought I saw that someone
Deleted permanently, then
said they were, but they were actually looking. No, see, mine are not reduced. Mine are the same. I think whoever saw that was looking at a different region or a different area.
Proclamation from the sky.
To me, it was always like this: five for 500, 10 for 1,000. It was basically a dollar 100. Can't switch. I'm about to give up grinding for the grips of the storm. Well, bro, I'm gonna grind for it too. So if you want to grind together, we can suffer together. I'm only gonna grind for it because it's the only piece I need. Like I said, I'm 99% going to bring my Hawkeye in first to the raid. The only thing that could change that is if I get an absolute stone cold pistachio tachyon piece for Thor, which I do not currently have. I was grinding for it, but then when tachyon got nerfed, I stopped. But now I'm back. Sonic Conduit's so fun to use. I bet. I'm sure you guys will do theory crafting on it once you go. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, there's going to be a lot of builds. I'm already spinning with builds. With the status leak, it seems like a cool one for me for all the different builds. Ooh. But yeah, man, it's going to be sweet. Well, the other thing about Sonic 2 is that you have to be close to the enemy, right? So, it's funny. I use a Sonic Laser Iron Man. Whoa. I use a Sonic Laser Iron Man. It's actually a pretty interesting build because it's definitely a support build. But it's like, he's not really standing near a ton of enemies, right? He's flying around. But he gets Sonic here and there, so it's kind of interesting. It's not the same. It's not as Sonic-y as I would expect, I guess, for like someone like a Kamala. But then look at like someone like Hulk, right? Hulk, you guys saw my Hulk build. I got the Sonic and Plasma battery effect going on that. I think that's a great way to get some Sonic going. The question that we're going to have to see, which I guess it's not really a question. It's more of just a,
Battle is not for the careful, Doctor.
I guess it's just a we'll see when we test it, is how far the Sonic conduit goes. That's gonna be the golden question, right? If it's like not that far, then it might not be worth it. If it goes across the map, then it might be one of the best perks in the game. And if it goes somewhere in between, then it might be a valuable perk in a lot of circumstances. So we'll see. Yo, Citizen Monk, what's going on, brother? Got a really good roll on Hawkeye's heroic slot. Post a picture. Yo, post it in the Discord, bro. Intrinsic burst and status leak on Iron Man. So good. Oh, yeah.
Stay alert.
Let me tell you, I use targeted buff Sonic lasers with intrinsic burst on chance on kill for intrinsic burst, and then I think I just use what I'm trying to get is a good Jarvis barrier chest piece to go along with it. But it's absolutely moi, and especially I'm sure you know, Brian, when you use when you use lasers with Iron Man and you do the melee swipes, there's like a hidden plasma in there. It doesn't build plasma, but it does plasma. So if someone's already Sonic'd up, it's gonna trigger the battery effect. So there you go. Yo, Brian is the man. We already knew that, bro. Credits are reduced for Xbox, so there you go. So that's why mine are the same, because I'm on PlayStation. Yo, don't hassle Brian about things.
They look interesting. Watch out for new tricks.
Tricks are all they have. Measured against convention.
while you change forces, I will hack into their
But yes, Brian is a banger dev. Previous, if I recall correctly, Brian, former Marvel Heroes Omega. Or just maybe just all Marvel Heroes. I only started playing Marvel Heroes when it was console Marvel Heroes Omega, so I don't know all of the original Marvel Heroes stuff, but that game was a sweet game, man, for sure. A lot of people naturally compare it to this game. I think they're two different animals. Can't really compare the two, but still really sweet. Miss that game every day, man. You have to make sure you fly through the sonic waves exactly. You just give them the bip. You give them the right through. Get that little bit back, just what you need, and you're good to go. What Discord is everyone in? Yo, bro, my Discord. I'll send you the link right now. I'm so glad you asked. Hang on one second. Bada bing, bada bang. Let me Discord you right in. And I'm trying to... I got a lot of new stuff coming to the Discord. I've been tweaking it. I really want the Discord to be like really the one-stop shop for like anything you need Avengers related. I'm gonna have an LFG. I'm gonna have raid rooms for voice chat, updates from gear showcasing, like shard it, keep it. Is this piece good? Is this build good? Gear, build help. And then also updates, obviously, like, whenever there's tweets or live streams, whether, from either me, I guess, or other content creators, or even Crystal Dynamics themselves, updates, things like that, important information. So kind of just like the one-stop shop for all Avengers stuff.
Wait, my monitoring team detected a huge data burst.
It appears to be a weaponized mech.
We need to take it down. Hard. Agreed.
What's Heroes Omega? Marvel Heroes Omega. It's no longer a live game, but it was a Diablo-style action RPG featuring a ton of different Marvel characters. It was really awesome. Oh, Brian, one other thing, and I think you actually mentioned that the team is aware of this, is the actual, I can't pull one up now, but there are vibranium pieces of gear, not your melee and ranged, but like your defensive and heroic pieces that have perks like, gain intrinsic energy while attacking an enemy affected by vibranium, or like chance on kill of a vibranium affected enemy to do XYZ. I don't believe any of those perks are working. And I think I recall that the devs might be aware of that, but just not sure if there was any update on that. Worked at Marvel, gazillion on Marvel's Heroes, then EA on some sports games. That must be quite a shift though, right? I mean, I'll be honest, I'm the last one. I don't know a thing about game development. But I guess, is it very different working on something like an action RPG to then work on a sports game? Or I guess it depends what game or what aspect of the game you're working on. That's interesting. Now I'm in the cereal bowl. There you go, man. Yo, welcome to the cereal bowl. Yeah, the cereal bowl was always just what I called like followers and subs or whatever, but I mean, obviously because tricks. Sorry, I've got like the hiccups. I don't know. There's a lot of old stuff. So I used to actually stream a long time ago. I used to stream a lot of different games. I streamed obviously Marvel Heroes Omega. I streamed Town of Salem was actually the very first game. So if you guys don't know Town of Salem, it's basically the original Among Us. Before obviously Among Us, there was a kind of a different version. It was like Ultimate Werewolf if you've ever played that game, but a PC version. And so I streamed that game a lot. That was really fun to stream. Obviously very different than a lot of these other games that I played. But yeah, I had like a lot of like stream stuff, like my username, all of my like emotes, my other stuff. All that kind of came from back then and then never really changed when I started streaming other things. So Is the raid going to be time gated like the LT? No, they've already announced that. That's the it's going to be doable once per week per character for a power drop, like for a piece that's actually going to be a higher power. But you can actually replay it as many times as you want. It just won't be a higher power drop, if that makes sense. So no, it's long story short, it's not time gated. Not Town of Salem, yo, for real. I think they're the exactly, Haru. Yeah, the reverberation perks, I think is what they're called. You try harm room exos and adaptoids on brutal. I mean, I've tried it. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. I mean, it's doable. I don't really see the need for it, though. I feel like the one thing about doing, like, exos and adaptoids on brutal is, like, it's not even so much a test of your character's ability. It's more a test of just how hard can you, like, spam away from their attacks, you know? It's a very run and hide type of encounter. Can't wait to see Spider-Man power level 175. Yeah, man. Well, it's going to take a while, it sounds like, to get to 175. Although I don't think, I mean, I guess, again, this is one that we'll have to see. I don't think we got any type of information on how far of a jump you get per power level, right? So, like, let's say your power, your gear 100, the very first time you do the raid, right? And I'll just use the raid as the example versus the OLT. Let's say you're 140 across the board on your gear, right? You do the raid, you're going to get if I understood it correctly, one melee or ranged piece and one of the other defense heroic piece above your current power. The question is how far above your current power, right? Is it going to be 141? Is it going to be 142? Is it going to be 145? That's what we don't know. So we'll see.
Meantime, I'm pulling my people back. I suggest you do the same, Doctor.
Will do. I never doubted that together we could defeat AIM here today.
If y'all drop that black suit Spidey, you have all my money. I think we're all in agreement there, Joey. The symbiote Spider-Man is mandatory. I don't know what, like, every Spider-Man game I think I've ever played, like, the most important thing that you have to, like, look up is, like, how do you get the black suit? You know, it's like that's just always the thing. Oh, we got the thing. Let's see how we did. Damage buff. You know, I'm gonna keep this damage buff for 16 rapid hits. 16 rapid hits is always a very tricky thing to do, but could be insane. All right, I think I'm going to try to grind for a Grip of the Storm on Thor. What's my vault looking like? That's the question. It's probably bad news bears, man. Or good news bears, depending on what you're looking for. Like halfway to 600. So if you guys don't know, this was a little sneaky thing I'm doing. There's a lot of gear in here that's just junk that I have no intention of ever using. But I don't really use my vault. I had very few things in my vault anyway. So I was just loading the vault up with nonsense. Legendaries and random exotics and whatnot that I'm going to just delete anyway. But I'm capped on resources, so I'm not going to delete them now. I'm going to delete them when the actual cap gets raised on the fragments to go even higher up on that. They confirmed web swing and Spidey. I almost cried. Yeah, I mean, I hope he swings, man, from just the skybox. We'll have to see. I don't know if it was confirmed. I'm not saying anything until I see in-game gameplay. You know, when they say, oh, he could swing from a light post. Like Widow can swing from a light post. So I'm really hoping he just swings from the air. It's the only way I think he's gonna feel like Spider-Man to me. But we'll see, man. We shall see. All right, give me 1 second now here. Let me just give it a little one of these bad Larrys. The Insomniac game doesn't have it? Really? Ultimate Alliance 3 does. Don't roast me, I accidentally deleted a God roll Grips of the Storm from my vault. Wow, that's rough. I'll be honest, I haven't unlocked all the costumes for Insomniac Spider-Man, but that is a little weird that they wouldn't have that. It's the most popular alternate suit for Spider-Man by a mile, right? I mean, you've got like your classic Spider-Man, and there's a lot of variations on the classic suit, right? Or like the amazing suit, whatever you want to call it. But then, aside from that, it goes right into the black suit. You know what I'm saying? The black suit is like, hands down, one of the most popular, I thought. All right, let's bang this out. Saves come in front of a dev. Bro, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. As EA Sports would say, if it's in the game, it's in the game. I consider nothing cheating if it's not cheating. Where am I going? Here. Unless you're cheating, like manipulating game file, like manipulating a game file is a cheat. Doing something that's just in the game, not a cheat, in my opinion. Anchor points, no thank you. They got 2099 Ben Reilly MCU skins, but no symbiote. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Oh, they held it from the first Spider-Man game for story reasons. That makes sense then, right? Because Venom's going to be in the second one. As of 2 days ago, my builds are better than R. Jordy. Really? Yo, R. Jordy's got some good builds, man. EA Sports pay for an unplayable game. Hey, man, it depends on the game. Personally, I mean, I don't play a lot of sports games, but I personally love Madden still. I still try to play Madden, you know, whenever I can. I'm not crazy about, like, FIFA, but that's just because I'm not a soccer fan. You know what I mean? $10 takedowns are a cheat. I mean, our takedowns, I think takedowns are $6. And also, I mean, it's you know, same as I said before, if you don't like it, you don't have to get it. I have very few takedowns. The only one I even use, I like to use the same takedown kind of over and over that I think is coolest. I love this one, the wrestling one. I was actually going to do a video that was just going to be all takedowns, like a compilation of all the wrestling takedowns, done to voice commentary by Jerry the King and JR. I thought that would be fucking hilarious. When I played it in my head, it sounded like the funniest thing in the world. The problem is I don't have all of the wrestling skins, so it would be kind of a short video, or you'd probably just see them over and over again. And I feel like every time I try to make funny videos, they don't go over very well. Which, it's not that I make a lot of funny videos. Generally, my videos are more, not serious, like, you know. Serious is a strong word, but generally they're of a, you know, informative nature. I like to just do videos that are like, you know, going to inform you of whatever you need to be informed of whatever I'm talking about at the time, right? But yeah. By God, he's got to be dead, King. The cage broke. The ring broke. Michaels is broken in half. Hoping I'm gonna rock that Iron Spider symbiote, maybe the classic suit. I think of what was shown so far, my favorite is pretty close between classic, iconic. The classic and the iconic are kind of both like here for me, or noir. I really like the noir one, and that might be like me personally. I mean, noir is like a classic Spider-Man, not classic like classic, but like a lot of Spider-Man games have a noir suit. People know noir Spider-Man, so it's classic in that sense that like it's a skin you'd expect, you know. But I like the noir suit. I like it in the other Spider-Man game as well. I think it's a sweet suit. Did get the Hulk teleport.
Okay, that looks bad.
Used all but 40 of my credits. They those used to not work very well, but now they do, right? No Paul Bearer or Mean Gene, no.
We're definitely in the right place.
I liked Paul Bearer.
There's a chest with gear.
He's dead now, right? Not to sound insensitive, but I'm pretty sure he's cooked. Isn't it ironic? His name was Paul Bearer, and he was an actual Paul Bearer. Like he didn't just play a Paul Bearer for you know, for the WWF. He was literally a Paul Bearer by trade. God, this thing friggin' always kills me. Whenever you throw this damn hammer at an exo, it always goes... It'll ricochet off them and go about 50 yards to the right. Someday it's going to be a slobber knocker.
Right, how do we get there?
That would actually be pretty sweet for, like... Now I'm thinking for, like, chat. Like, for stream right here and right now. Like, Jerry the King, voice lines or JR voice lines for like new followers, new subs. By God. By God. The best, my favorite line ever. Well, it's not even a line. It's when remember they did the greater power, I think it was called, and it was Vince McMahon, but he was trying to bullshit Stone Cold, and he had the fucking hood, you know, and he would like come around like this and all this whatnot. And then when they were finally going to reveal who the greater power was, he rips the cloak off, and he's like, "It's me, Austin! It was me all along, Austin!" And then Jim Ross is like, "Aw, son of a bitch. I do not believe it." The Bugle Boy is underrated. You know, I think the Bugle Boy is properly rated. I personally don't like the Bugle Boy, but I have seen a lot of love for the Bugle Boy. So I think it's properly where it needs to be. I think a lot of people will like it, and some people won't, and that's okay, right? You're not gonna get it with everyone.
Project Omega's potential is beyond anything you could imagine. If it has flaws. I do not like the sound of that.
All right, what is Hulk doing? These guys, they can destroy the elevator, but they can't get us loading in any faster. Feels bad, Meng. Here's a question for chat. Are you guys, well, and this, I guess before any smart asses in chat, question for PlayStation players. Are you going to be, not to say are you excited for Spider-Man, but are you going to be playing a lot of Spider-Man, or are you just going to, like, play him maybe, but he's not going to really be, like, your main or anything? Personally, I think I'm going to be playing a lot of Spider-Man. A lot. I think he's going to be one of my higher played characters among characters played. Yo, Doom. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, we did kill a guy. I was like, where's the cargo guy? Doom Killer. HD missed the fire or trash in the building. Can't get rid of him. What's going on, Doom? How you doing, brother? And Alien Fodder, too. We got the whole Doom Squad gaming crew in here. Jeez, it's a party. Did that destroy it? Oh, no, I got off of it. Oops. The good thing about Thor is, like, how you can just control the whole room. Like, how nice is it to just be able to do that? Like what I just did there, it's crazy. Depends on his gameplay. All right. Well, all right. We got a bunch of purists up in here.
Okay. Might need a minute. Or 10.
Hulk, drop that man. Should be able to God blast these guys out of Hulk's grip. Oh, great. And he put him through the floor. Okay. I was going to say, if he ever put, after all that bullshit, put him through the floor, that would be something else. Jesus, Mary, and Joey.
We gotta hurry.
I don't use Thor's abilities nearly enough. I will play Spidey, will enjoy him, but he's never going to be my main. Wait until I complete the raid first, and I'll take Spidey to task. Yo, Doom, same, bro. To me, when it comes to the update, it's the raid first. It's raid first, and then I'm leveling Spidey. Black Panther will always be my main, but I'm definitely going to be rocking with Spidey. Yo, B Waters, what's going on, man? Another day, another stream. You know it, brother. You know it. Theo says if he's great, he'll be my main or secondary other than Cap. All right. I'm a big Sean Chiplock fan, so it's nice he's in the game. Yeah, that's, it's funny. I don't actually know who that was. I mean, I still don't, but, like...
I'm trying to save us.
I like how the takedown doesn't do any damage until, like, after... It does the damage, like, so much after the hit.
Get up, folks. We can still do this.
Alright, what is this Hulk doing?
I'm taking a beating.
Guy's playing a grab Hulk. You know what? I respect the additional wackiness in the build, but, I always forget to use Thor's Warrior's Fury. I always forget the Bifrost. The Warrior's Fury I'm actually getting better at. Honestly, I think we're all in the same boat. It's the God Blast that everyone cares about, because that's the best one by far. Warrior's Fury is very nice too, obviously. But the God Blast is the one that you just run a train over a group of enemies, you know? You're just like... Yo, who are you going into the raid, and have you filled your team? Yo, Doom, I have, and you're gonna like who it is. But I cannot spoil anything currently.
Success. I've breached the system.
I hope his gameplay's tired of this Thor simulator. Bro, I know. Thor is way too good. I mean, I don't want to see anyone nerfed, but I think Spider-Man will be a pretty finely tuned hero. It's going to depend, man. It's like I said before, if he's like a... It's the same reason Black Panther is not good. Not that Black Panther's bad, but he's definitely, like, not S tier. And it's because he's not really a ranged character, right? And I don't expect Spider-Man to be much of a ranged character either, right? Watch this, guys. You ready? You ready? Watch these things. Oh, I missed. I was a little bit too far for these two. He does a lot of anime and game voices. Oh, okay. That's cool.
Barriers are down.
That is really cool.
The containment cube is susceptible to damage.
Watch this.
Fire away, Avengers!
Ta-da! We're in. Fucking Thor.
It's beautiful.
I use Warrior's Fury to get dudes off me. Yeah, I just been activating Warrior's Fury more for the team than for me. Or like if I get in a pinch, similar to Kamala. When you're playing Kamala, you get hit hard. You like activate the heal real fast. Same thing. If I'm playing Thor, you know, I'll and I take a big hit, then I activate, you know, the Warrior's Fury. But like here, I'll activate it right now. Boom.
You're the prime example of wasting potential. I've had enough of your meddling. I'm ending this here and now.
Her shields are down. Focus your attacks on Dr. Rappaccini.
See, you always want to get behind these things regardless, because she could just still kill you.
You're out of your depth, Avenger.
About to hit Lurk. Be around to support. Yo, appreciate it, man. Yo, always good seeing you here. Lurk or not Lurk or whatever, anything. But yo, I appreciate you. Appreciate you always, brother. You know that.
No matter. You'll fall soon enough.
Cosmic energy is building.
Trying to get grips to Storm is so hard. Bro, what do you think I'm doing? What do you think I'm doing right here, right now, in this exact mission?
I will.
Kevin Sullivan, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Where are you? I'm in the time bubble. The cube, it's doing these
Are we having a time with this one?
psychedelic things.
He's charging up again. You know what to
Sounds
do.
bad. Try and stop her.
Don't forget to smash the like button, yo. You know. Look at this. The whole crew dead.
This is just a setback.
The whole crew gone.
Then
Hey, I can
That's
see
what they
you.
get. They should know all of the secret tricks.
how did you? No matter.
That's what you get for not knowing literally everything about this game.
Energy is building up. Stop her at once.
We did it. Hulk smashed that like button. I like that. That's a good one. Did one guy leave? Or no, it was our Iron Man was
No.
Yo, why does the game look so dark? Am I tripping, or is this like really dark? Okay, it's back now. It's back to purple.
You miscalculated, Martin. Even unfinished.
Bright says our gear load is confirmed on the 30th. No. No ETA on gear loadouts, but hopefully soon. I think now will be the time to get to that point because with all the raid gear coming, it's going to be interesting.
Blind to reason. This is the answer to everything. I won't let you get in the way of that.
Settle this debate me and Doom have. Is it Budapest or Budapest? It is pronounced Budapest. That is the correct pronunciation is Budapest. Yeah, and I don't know if there's a T. The T might be silent. But also, in the Avengers, or in the MCU, remember they were like, there was like a running inside joke of like, they're, oh, this is a long way from Budapest. And like Hawkeye and Black Widow were just like, ooh, long way from Budapest. And that was like their running joke. But then when you find out what Budapest was, it was like someone killed a kid or something in Budapest. And it was like, that's what they were like, was their big, like, happy moment together. Oh, sorry, C. I don't know if you saw my message. I asked you if you have any tips for Thor about to build it. What kind of gear is a must? A lot of different things are possible. Hey, we got an exotic, but it's not good. So I'll just show you my Thor. There's a couple of things you can have. Obviously, like any character, you want targeted buff. So here's the thing. You want as much Valor as possible on Thor because he benefits more from Valor than any character. And if you're just looking at my build here, it's a high Valor build. You're going to want... I play a ranged build, so it's like ranged with Valor. If you're doing ranged, you're going to want targeted buff. Because hitting an enemy with a crit can grant a damage buff. I don't have the perfect piece here. You're gonna want ranged power attacks deal some type of warm element, cosmic, PIM, whatever. That way you can actually, something like this, cosmic, for example. That way, because Thor does a lot of intrinsic lightning, shock damage. So you're gonna want to pair with a warm status effect so you can get that battery effect. If you can get Tachyon Surge, that's great. This piece I have here is pretty decent. Not the best. Looking for something better. On the melee piece, doesn't really matter other than the stats. You're going to want Odin Force Flare for increased attack damage from Odin Force attacks. That's going to make your lightning do a lot more damage. Because when Thor does his power attacks, there's a certain perk that makes you do crits always. So you're going to want to make sure you have extra crit damage, which also scales from your Valor. I use a reactive protection. Just you might have noticed from the gameplay, I had damage buff up pretty much all the time because it's just a very passive, easy way to get defense buff. I get damage buff always from this, defense buff always from this. And then over here, I use the Cincher. It's got great stats, and Lethal Jarvis Barrier is just a fine perk. That's really all I'm using it for. The Ultimate Heroic Rate is fine. Maximum Odin Force is good too. You can also use a legendary version. I have a couple of them. So like this one here, not as good. This one here, also not as good. The charge rates are nice, but the stats on the exotic blow it away. So that's pretty much it. All right, let me reset here. Yo, did Doom really think it was just Budapest? Come on, now. You're clowning, Doom. You played yourself. Yo, you're very welcome, Bright. Yo, Storm, Stuff, where do you farm the Storm gear? So I'm farming it from the Cosmic Cube mission chain. I'm just doing a reload checkpoint over and over again until I get the drop I want. When do you think they'll drop the next roadmap? It is anyone's guess. I think they did say before the end of the year, but I don't think that that's officially confirmed by anyone. But they did say that the next one will be for the whole year of 2022. So that'll be sweet. Yo, King T'Challa, what's going on, man? Don't really like the MCU skin. Want him with the hood. The hood would be cool. But I like the skin. I'm using it. You can see it on the far left there. Here's the problem, guys. I reloaded my reassemble campaign to give you guys that unit farm, which I know some of you already did that unit farm. And I'm still at that point so I can keep farming units. What it does is it screws up your home screen. Look at my home screen. It screws it up because I didn't unlock Thor or Cap yet. Or Widow. How stupid is that? Trey Jamel, what's going on, Trey? What's up? What's up? Pretty sure the line goes, we're a long way from Budapest. You and I remember Budapest differently. Well, apparently, they clearly do, because literally there was a murder that happened in Budapest, and they were both responsible for it. So yeah, I guess they remember it very differently. Yo, speaking of the MCU, I'll tell you what I rewatched last night with the girlfriend was Shang-Chi. That movie is so good. I can't even believe how good. Like, I watched it in theaters the day it came out, and it was great. I thought it was great. Now rewatching it, it was unbelievably good. That movie was fantastic. Makes you think they've met up for lunch or something while they're not the events at Blackwood. Maybe. Yeah, clearly something else. There were more than one thing happened in Budapest. Oh. You can get it from Monica too. I don't save scum personally because I can't be bothered. Get what you need. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, Joey, is I wouldn't, like, normally do this all the time, but I don't really need a lot of gear on a lot of characters other than the new gear that's coming out or a really good roll Tachyon Surge piece. That's all I really need is a good Tachyon piece. So, you know, that's what I'm going for Thor. I already have the Nut Tachyon piece on Hawkeye, which is why I'm probably bringing him into the raid, but if I can get something on Thor, that would just be gravy. I mean, in a perfect world, I'd love something on Thor and Iron Man, but it's like, come on.
Okay, looking under control from here.
I actually farmed when they did the one of the events that dropped Tachyon piece. I grinded really hard on Kate Bishop for Tachyon Surge piece, like a perfect roll Tachyon Surge piece. Didn't get it. I ended up getting targeted protection, targeted Tachyon Surge. What is this? I'm doing it solo all of a sudden? These people, man, can't be bothered.
Project Omega's getting shut down. Save the final blow for me, kids.
Ideally for Kate, you would want targeted buff, targeted Tachyon Surge, Scattershot, Cosmic. I ended up getting the Scattershot Cosmic, but with targeted protection, targeted Tachyon Surge. So I might still use that if I can get a consistent damage buff somewhere else, but it's not as good. It's just not as good. Shang-Chi's a beautiful, beautiful movie. It is. I didn't even realize like how beautiful it was. Like, you know, I gave it like a pretty good review as far as like in my head anyway. I was like, that was a good, like the first time I watched it, I was like, that was a good movie. But then like rewatching it and seeing how perfectly choreographed all of the fights were and the soundtrack that went along with each fight, like the second time watching it, I really appreciated it a lot more. They filmed Shang-Chi during a pandemic, let that sink in. Yo, believe me, bro, it's crazy. They absolutely killed it, man. The movie is fantastic. Assuming the raid, I mean, I hope the raid is at least somewhat difficult, and I'm sure it will be. But,
How do we get there?
like, here I am doing all this wacky farming, trying to get all the perfect stuff. I can't believe that, like, not to brag or anything, but I don't think that this store is going to have any problem going in. I mean, how do you know what I mean? And remember, it's a 4-player co-op, so, like, assuming you're playing with a somewhat competent team, it's really going to be the puzzles more than anything that's gonna trip you up, right? Wish I could have saved some of my stuff. The grind is real. Yo, that's crazy. I specifically didn't delete a lot of stuff. I didn't delete a lot of, like, my really unicorn tachyon pieces. I did, however, delete, like, just random stuff. Like, random freaking, like, what is this? I didn't delete this, but this was an example of something I would have deleted. It's just, like, random exotics you can get that are, you know, tachyon things of the storm pieces that you get wherever. But, like, the crazy ones that rolled with the nutso double perks, like... Yo, Art Edison, what's going on, man? Can you explain tachyon gear status? Heard it's being restored. Yeah, so the way it works is when you... And it's just a poorly worded perk right now, but they're... So... The way it works is when you have the buff, you activate Tachyon Surge, which increases all status damage by 50%. Now, what they nerfed it to, which is what they said is the intent of it, is just like status damage buildup. So when you're applying an element, it'll apply the element 50% faster. Obviously, that sucks. And what it used to do before they nerfed it was it just gave 50% more damage to your attacks, assuming the attacks were elemental, assuming they were of a status effect, right? Now, obviously, that's what everyone wanted, and that's what it originally was, and that is what it is going back to. The only difference is it used to last for 20 seconds, the buff. Now it's only going to last for 10 seconds. I promise you, not a big deal. It's going to be great regardless. As long as you have a consistent way of triggering it, which, you know, if you've got a really, like, insane piece, you will. You shouldn't worry too much at all. You're going to be absolutely fine. Do you need Sonic and Vibranium for the regular raid or Elite? Both. You don't need, so there's no need. The need is not there, but it will be helpful. It's been confirmed, actually, breaking news in this chat room just a little while ago was confirmed. We got a little more completely unreleased raid information from our good buddy, the banger dev himself, B-Wags. So there are going to be enemies in the raid, specifically the Echo enemies that are the new enemy type. They are going to have Sonic overshields that are going to take significantly less damage from any element that's not Vibranium. So let that sink in. Vibranium is going to be the element to have for breaking those shields. Now, is it going to be absolutely necessary in every part of the raid at all times? I don't know. But definitely a good piece to have in your repertoire, in your arsenal, right? Keep like a backup, you know, Vibranium piece along with maybe your main piece that you were planning on bringing. That way you can maybe switch to it if you feel like you're not doing enough damage, right? That would be my advice. Low-key like Eternals more than Shang-Chi soundtrack alone, really. That's interesting. I mean, Shang-Chi I would put in the top 5 of my movies. I actually thought, and this is just my opinion, I wasn't sullied by any reviews or anything. I actually thought Eternals was very bad. I thought it was kind of cursed to be very bad. It's a little unfortunate. They kind of were between a rock and a hard place with that movie. I mean, anytime you have to introduce that many characters that are all completely unknowns, you're gonna have a bad time, right? And I think that's exactly what they had. They specifically had way too much on their plate trying to do it, and it ended up, in my opinion, being a very dull movie in that sense. There were times during the movie where I almost fell asleep. Which is definitely not what you want. I can tell you that will not be happening during Spider-Man. No Way Home. Got a targeted surge and buff with cosmic clusters, but the stats are 60 by 60%. Solomon, keep it. Keep it. The perks are way more important. The perks are the most important thing. That perk combination is absolutely unbelievable. I promise you, dude. I promise you. I assume you're talking about Hawkeye, because you said clusters, right? I have the piece. I use it all the time. My piece does have Precision Valor, but the difference is not much. I promise you that. All right, watch this, boys. Do you think we can get them all in one? It's going to be tight. Oh, no. We're a little sideways. We got him. Yeah. Fucking Thor, man. How stupid was that? Oh, that's so funny.
Well done. The containment cube is susceptible to damage.
Thor is so dumb. Thor is so dumb.
That was you who did that.
You have a vibranium range piece for Thor. Nice. Very nice.
Gonna let it happen.
Yo, you're very welcome, Art. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're learning something. I have vibranium payload on range crits. Ooh, that's a really nice piece. Does that work really well? I assume it's great.
My aim is science.
What's the element on it, though? Is it like, you must have a secondary element, right? Or how does that work? Like, what's the, if it's vibranium on ranged crits,
Taking you down.
but what's your, like, I assume you have power attacks do something?
Here and now.
Her shields are down. Focus your attacks on Dr. Rappaccini.
That's a spicy meat to ball. I think I'm going to have to grind for that. I think that'll be a grinder for sure.
It'll be over soon enough. How did you... No matter. You'll fall soon enough.
Cosmic energy is building up. Copper quartz.
Yo, Ron Kenshin, what's good, man?
World doesn't need
How you doing, Ron?
AIM will save this world. I will save it.
Oh, that's not my best God Blast in the world. Is she even over here? Oh, no, she's over here. What the hell?
Psychedelic thing.
I might have missed her. I don't even know.
That sounds bad.
He's
Try and
charging
stop her.
up again. You know
Oh,
what
shoot.
to do.
Oh, shoot. I screwed this up. I just gotta hide.
This is just a setback. AIM will take
There's a limit on the revives now? Since when?
Hey, I can.
Cosmic
you.
energy
Merely
is building
delaying
up.
the inevitable.
Copper and quartz.
Oh, no.
You're done.
I'm not doing enough damage again. No, they body blocked me, dude. That's so nuts. Those fucking clones were body blocking me.
What the hell is going
Oh, that's frustrating. I was literally getting behind the pillar and they were just blocking me in.
Not all.
Alright, no more fucking around.
Fine.
Oh, it's vibranium damage on the same piece. Okay. Did you get that from the gear vendor?
You don't understand what that
I don't think I've ever seen a vibranium payload piece drop in the wild, but I could be wrong. Or I could just have not seen it.
I've had enough of your medicine.
Our shields are down. Focus your attacks on Dr. Rappaccini.
Yeah, we gotta be careful. Our straight DPS is not the highest. I guess we should probably save our heroics for the actual DPS phase. Oh, and also we should be getting the charge breaker. That's probably, or the disruption matrix. That's probably gonna help with our DPS significantly, right? Oh, that was pretty good.
This is nothing. The world doesn't need avengers. AIM will save this world. I will save it.
Junior, is that you? I'm in the time bubble.
We should just be able to finish it with a God Blast.
Doing these weird
For the love of God Blast. Thank you. Yo, just chill and run. You'll love to hear it. Johnny Bravo, what's going on, man? Payloads are from the vendor. That's what I thought. Okay.
I've come too far.
Yeah, I'll have to try to get something like that. I imagine if you can get... Oh, well, I guess it'll be vibranium both ways, right? But that's probably still really good.
Even unfinished, the cosmic cube's
I lost to Monica, I know, right?
magnificent.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was wasting the God Blast on the clones instead of just hitting her in the face with them. Stupid move by me. She's done now. Let's see. I need to see a hammer. Oh, it's gamma. It's not going to work. You need to see if it has the cosmic symbol. That's the chance that it's going to be good. It still might not be good. All PlayStation bundles for this game are going on sale tomorrow to stock on credits. Ooh, baby. There's an Xbox sale today, 10% off credits. That's what's going on there. Yo, by the way, guys, be sure to join the Discord if you haven't already. Yo, and hit me up on Twitter as well. I'm always posting Marvel stuff on Twitter. So if you have Twitter, definitely follow me there as well. It's Tricks Ridiculous, same exact as my spelling. You can't miss me. What gear to use on Thor? I'll show you in 1 second. Yo, Johnny, I can join you, bro, if you want to do a... I'm only trying to do the Cosmic Cube piece right now, so if that's what you're looking to do, I'm down. Sorry I couldn't join in a session with you, dude. Had a squad. Yo, no worries, Rusho. Are you save scumming? I like to call it save resetting. Yo, definitely add if you're on PlayStation. Add Karrasin. He's a great guy. How do I accept that friend request? Oh, that invite. All right, Johnny, let's see if this works. There we go. Coming in as Thor. I have melee payload. Does it to Pim and Shock? Ooh, that's pretty nice. That's actually pretty sweet. Johnny, I'm not gonna get on voice chat just because I got my mic working here, and I'm not gonna have a headset too, for a stream. But I think we're I think we will be fine without it. We're gonna give it one of those. So on my Thor, I'll show you the gear in a second.
It's way too unstable and powerful to leave in Monica's hands.
So we get that weapon away from
But I'm using a targeted buff piece for Thor. It's targeted buff. It's shock on power attacks, which is not great, but it's okay. It's a lot of raw damage, but you wouldn't really want shock. You would rather have non-shock. You'd rather have like cosmic, but it's okay either way. And honestly, it's fine. I mean, if you're playing in a team, it might even be better because having a lot of having everyone on one element is not the best thing, because like if an enemy gets cosmicked by someone else who's just shooting freaking Hawkeye split shot cosmic, like you're fine, you know what I mean? Because then you're going to be doing the battery with your shock anyway, you know? So I'm not super worried about it. Ron, are you down for a cosmic cube? All right, we'll try to get you in after the next one. I'm on a save reset binge right now, so it's going to be a few runs until we get the piece we need. You guys heard God of War 2018 is coming to PC? I did hear that. That's pretty cool news. I haven't actually played it yet, but I do own the game. It comes with PS Plus. So I'm going to play it on PS5. I assume it'll run really nice on that.
Nearly there, Mr. Barton. Project Omega's development site is a few clicks away.
Although PlayStation's getting into PC gaming now. They already announced like their PlayStation PC division. So that'll be really interesting. Honestly, it's going to get to the point where PC is just the place to be, because like all of these like PlayStation games that are like PlayStation exclusive, it's like back in the day it used to be a thing that it was like, oh yeah, like it's exclusive to PlayStation, so we're going to sell more PlayStations. But now they're realizing they can just sell PlayStations anyway to people who want to buy PlayStations, and then they can just sell more games by having them on PC as well, you know? Come on. Like, you're not going to tell me that having, you know, just putting God of War on PC isn't just a good move, especially for like older games, right? Like where they're obviously not selling any more copies of God of War, or very few. It comes for free on the PlayStation Plus, right? So, you know, like what are we doing with that? So they might like it's just going to be free money if they sell it to people on PC as well.
Heavy resistance up ahead. AIM's security forces are on high alert.
What stats are you looking for on the piece? I mean, Valor, Precision, Valor, Resolve. Those are the big three. I would say more just if I could do Precision, if I could do Valor, Precision, like high, like in the 70s, that would be great. But either one.
Okay.
What about Vibranium and PIM particles? I mean, Vibranium and PIM are both great elements. I would recommend Vibranium now over PIM. Vibranium is probably the best warm effect in the game.
Definitely in the right place.
Because you're using warm effects for like a damage payoff anyway. So you're definitely gonna get your money's worth with Vibranium, and especially for the raid, it's gonna be more important than ever to have it. So yeah, definitely recommend Vibranium now over most things.
The energy signature originates far underground. Scans indicate the presence of
Oh, I'm suppressed.
deep below.
Yo, Beast Mode, what's going on? Where do you farm your gear at? Well, it depends on the gear. But I'm farming right now for a Grips of the Storm for Thor. So I'm farming that in the Cosmic Cube mission.
Let's get inside.
That's the weekly Cosmic Cube mission for Monica, but I just have a copy of my save file that I reload just in case I don't get the piece, so it's not limited to weekly. I don't get to keep the gear, but if I don't get the gear I need, I just basically delete my save file, reload it with an old one, and then I can do it again. So it's not infinite gear. It's just retrying on the same piece of gear, if that makes sense. Knights of the Old Republic came to Switch. There you go, man. It's just selling fresh copies to a whole new base of customers. That's what I mean. If you're a game developer, like that's what you should be doing. Look at, I think Hades came to Game Pass. Like Hades is a phenomenal game. They were on Switch and PC. I know that for a fact. That was their launch. Switch and PC. They established themselves as a fantastic game. They're obviously not selling too many more copies. They're probably still selling copies on Steam, you know, maybe not a billion, but some. And now they're just like, all right, like let's put it on Xbox with Game Pass. Let's make a deal for that. And I think it's also just on Xbox now. You can buy it or get it from Game Pass. Yo, Freddy, what's going on, man?
Cube is on this floor.
How you doing, brother? Where did Brian go? I guess he left. He didn't even say goodbye, but I assume he took off. He's a busy man, you know. Are you streaming on Streamlabs? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I'm streaming on Streamlabs. Bro, it's fine. I ain't even tripping. I ain't even tripping on that because
Monica's trying her best to stall.
look, here's the thing.
You'll have to try harder then.
Here's the thing. Is Streamlabs really shady and fucked up? Yes. What they did was extremely fucked up. No one is happy with them. But let me give you this counterpoint. I ain't changing all my settings. Alright? There's the counterpoint. I'm not redoing everything for fucking Streamlabs. I'm too invested. I got too many. I got scenes. I got settings. I got alerts. I got a lot of stuff here, and I'll have to redo it all if I change to something else. And honestly, I don't feel like learning something else. I don't even know Streamlabs. I barely learned it. And I'll tell you what, I ain't learning fuck all of any other goddamn platform unless I actually am forced to. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, who cares, man? Let them hash it out. I mean, I don't even know why it's a big deal. I understand it's like shitty, but there's no legal ramification. They basically got... So, OBS is an open source software. Streamlabs is also an open source software. Like their code is completely open source, right? So I don't really understand what like the hubbub is.
The path ahead is clear. Project
Like I know they didn't want them to use their name, but like
initiated a test run of the cosmic cube.
I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not defending them. I'm just saying like it's definitely like a court of public opinion, right? Like OBS doesn't really have anything for them to say, you know.
What in the world?
Into the system.
So it's more of just like everyone got mad, so they said, okay, we're sorry.
I knew my kindness was misplaced.
Trenton, that's not Hawkeye, that's Chris Hemsworth. It is.
I'm trying to
It is. I'm not doing Hawkeye right this second. We were doing a bunch of Hawkeye earlier, but I'm actually doing some Thor now, just because I'm trying to get a very specific piece for him. But we can do a little more Hawkeye as well in a bit. The problem, as amazing as Hawkeye is, I don't really need any gear for Hawkeye. So I'm really trying to get the piece of gear I need on Thor before I kind of do anything else, right? Because it's going to be the best use of my time grinding. Right, Streamlabs is based on OBS, exactly. And OBS is an open source code. They're fully open source. So they're not owned by anyone, you know. So everyone is allowed to use their code. So Streamlabs is built on OBS. The difference is Streamlabs was shitty because they used their name when the OBS people specifically asked them not to use OBS in their name, and they ignored them, and then also tried to trademark the term OBS. And then the actual OBS people had nothing but like trouble with people trying to like not knowing like what company was what. Like everyone just assumed that they were part of Streamlabs, and they're like, no, we're a different company. Thor is hotter, but Clint seemed more open-minded. Oh boy, here we go. The here we go to end all here we goes. Yo, here we go with this one. Watch this. Got him. Should I do Thor or Hawkeye? Both. They're definitely the 1 and 2 best characters in the game. The best character is Thor, but Hawkeye is so freaking good as well. Both of them are fantastic. You'd be good to go on either one. If you're looking for one to just be your all-time guaranteed go-to character, go with Thor. Having like, you know, if you have like an absolutely unbelievable Thor, you can always just be like, I'm bringing my Thor, you know, and you'll always be fine in most content. But if you're looking to, you know, do different things, you can go with someone else. You'll be fine either way. Don't believe me. Here's a secret: play both of them and see who you have more fun with. That's the actual secret.
It'll be over soon enough.
Oh no! I'm late.
You won't get better than again.
Yeah, also Thor can fly.
You're out of your depth, Avengers. How did you? No matter.
Nope.
You'll fall soon enough. The world doesn't need Avengers. AIM will save this world. I will save it.
This mission's going pretty quick. See, here's a perfect example. She's hit with something else. So now I'm hitting her with shock, and it's working great.
He's charging up again. You know what to do.
Try and stop her. Hey, I can see you. There's this weird rift, and it keeps getting bigger.
Here's the thing, Freddy. They're both bonkers. So just play who you like. Play who you like first, and then level up the other one afterwards, and you'll be good either way.
So desperate to stop.
That's it. Your attacks are destabilizing.
There we go. Austin Powers. Holy shit. Targeted buff with Cosmic, more like the struggle to play in the same mission multiple times per day. The struggle is real, man. No, we're going for more than that, dude. We're going all the way. We're going for targeted buff, targeted tachyon, ranged power attacks, Cosmic.
You miscalculated, Martin.
Can we get your hot take on the overall state of this game since launch? I've played since launch, and I still have mixed emotions. I mean, the overall state of the game... That's a pretty loaded question. I mean, it obviously launched horribly, but has made great strides since then. Is it enough? It never is, right? Everyone's always going to want more. But they've definitely done a lot in terms of bug fixes, things like that. Things that like the game should have definitely launched fixed, have been fixed. And the content that they've added to the game is actually pretty good. And honestly, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's some people are never going to be happy, but other people, you know, just understand that it's an unlimited, insatiable lust for content that will never be satisfied, right? So it's like, they could come out with so much content all the time. Whoa, what the hell happened to Kate there? She did a quick change. Quick costume swap. But yeah, I mean, no matter how much content they put out, you'll always have someone saying like either should have been in the game already, or not fast enough, or it sucks no matter what. So I don't listen to any of those people. Jason, you're Ms. Marvel main? I love Ms. Marvel. I think she's a fantastic... Oh no, host migration. What the hell? Oh, it's okay. We still got rewards. Didn't matter. They were crap. I'm a big Ms. Marvel fan. I think she's a lot better of a character than people give her credit for. I think she's seen she's got a very wide like range, right? To the untrained eye, you know, to a newer player, she might look like a very beginner-friendly character, and she is. She's very beginner-friendly, right? And I think she got dismissed by a lot of people as being a beginner character, not really a high-skill character. You know, characters like Widow were talked of as like the high skill, right? Let me tell you. Kamala... high skill. Wish I had grips to storm Tachyon when defeating enemies to do. Yeah, I mean, Tachyon when defeating enemies is very strong as well. I mean, worst case, I can use that too. I have Jarvis Barrier on defeating enemies, so that works really nice as well. Let me see. I've got this, which really tanks my ranged. And the Potentiator perk sucks. I mean, just realistically, it's really only the top perk where we'd be using it for, so not great. And I'm using this right here, the Cincher with the Lethal Jarvis Barrier. It works really nice. If you're not busy with your latest Saturday, let me know. I'll DM you if you got time. If not, no worries. All right, man. I'll let you know. DM me what you're thinking, bro. I'm always down for something. I'm not sure if I'll have time, but we'll see. I could play it by ear. Isn't Kate the worst? Kate is not... I mean, I can't really say that with a straight face. She's definitely... So there's no worst character. There's no, like, worst character. They're all... Well, that's a lie. How is it possible? But they're all good in their own rights, right? And it's hard to quantify exactly who's the worst versus just... Like... I'm not going to definitively say anyone is the worst, but I will say Kate is in the lower 50% of characters. Let's put it that way. Your range store video from the beginning inspired my Thortrix. Always has the best builds. Yeah, appreciate it, Johnny. Appreciate it, man. And that was another thing I was actually going to mention. And I'll put out a tweet and all that about this as well. But obviously, so it's no mystery Spider-Man's coming out, right? Obviously, there's going to be a rat race to get a build out on Spider-Man. Now, my priorities, of course, when the DLC comes out, or the update, I'll call it the update, comes out, will be, of course, a Spider-Man build and a raid guide. Those are the two things that I'm looking to do post content release. Then there'll be other things. There'll be a million build updates for other characters, things like that. But obviously Spider-Man build and raid guide. Now here's the thing. I'm going to be streaming the day it comes out. I'm going to be streaming probably the day after. We're going to be doing a lot. We're going to do raids with viewers. We're going to do all sorts of stuff. I'm not going to get caught up in the rat race of trying to get a build out as fast as possible. And I'm not knocking anybody. But this happens a lot when a new character comes out. You start seeing build videos like the day of. And the build videos are not good. They're very much just the first pieces of gear that the person got, and then that's the build. And I'm not naming any names. But my point is that a Spider-Man build is on my priority list when the update launches, but it'll be when it's ready, right? Because that's what you guys deserve. Like, I will put out a video when I'm comfortable that I have gotten the right gear and tried out enough things for Spider-Man that I'm confident in the build that I want to put out. That's all I'm saying. So if it doesn't come out the day that Spider-Man releases or even the next day, don't be tripping. That's all I'm saying.
A few clicks away.
LeJune, what's going on, dude? What is up, June? How you doing, brother? June, we are going hard for that Grips of the Storm. You already know it. Ms. Marvel over Kate. Yeah, Ms. Marvel's way better than Kate. It's tough. I like Kate. Every time I play Kate, I enjoy playing Kate. But is she the best? No, she's not that good. You know? How much Valor is important for Hawkeye? I have some really good gear. None of them have Valor. Vinicius, it's not like mandatory. I mean, you want a steady balance. So the big three are obviously Precision, Valor, Resolve. The more Precision, Valor, Resolve you can get, the better. If you have a lot of Precision and not a lot of Valor, you'll still be fine. Right? You'll still be fine. If you have a lot of Valor and not a lot of Precision, you'll be fine. As long as you have at least 100 Resolve, and then the rest is just split between Precision, Valor, and maybe a little bit of Intensity, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Took the week off. I'm gonna take time on Spidey, then hit the raid. Yeah, I hear you. I'm feeling doing it the opposite, man. I really want to hit that raid ASAP. I want to be one of the first to complete the raid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking like world's first raid attempt. You know? And I'll be honest. Like, I feel like, you know, again, I come from Destiny, right? So I know how it can be when there's like day one raid races, and you got your you got all your shit with the frickin', you know, world's first, whatever else. And I know they're not doing any of that, which is fine. But, like, to me, that's what it's about. That's what I'm trying to do, is, like, be one of the first. I want to be in the raid, figuring it out. And, like, with Destiny, they can take a long time, right? People are in the raids for, like, 20 hours plus trying to figure out all the puzzles. I think I'm overthinking it if I'm thinking that it's going to take that friggin' long, right? These missions are not going to be that hard. The raid is not going to be that hard. It's going to require, like, there's going to be matchmaking for this raid. It's impossible that the mechanics are going to be as complicated as Destiny mechanics. It's impossible. You can't have raid matchmaking with that. And if they are, then the raid matchmaking is going to fail very, very hard. Imagine, like, I don't know if we got any Destiny players in the chat. Imagine if you're playing, like, the Last Wish raid. You never played it before. And you try to get in a match-made team, and half of the people don't have mics, and then someone disconnects. Forget it. You're fucked. It's impossible. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. You know? Messing around with Valor, Hawkeye, mwah. That's beautiful. That's how you do it. No sense making a build video for gear you're not going to use. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, I will, when my build is ready, it'll come out. We have no idea what skills he's going to have, what his heroics are going to be, what his any else was going to be, you know. Yo, but here's my advice, and I don't know if you guys know this, and this goes for LeJune, this goes for Doom as well. Yo, we got the hot new information in the chat. Okay, that was in this chat just about an hour ago. Hold on. I can't put a screenshot in the chat. Here's the thing. You're gonna want vibranium for the raid. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna want vibranium for the raid, and I know what you're thinking. Oh, I don't need vibranium. I don't need vibranium. Nah, vibranium's no good because you can't get target buff. The stats are bad. The stats are fixed stats, so you're no. So This is the new raid secrets, insider raid secrets that have just come to light as of an hour ago. It's the echoes, okay? It is that we got confirmation in this chat. We got some, I'll just say, banger news that it is the echoes in the raid
Monica's trying her best to stall us.
will have sonic shields that take significantly less damage from anything that's not vibranium. That's a fact. That is the news. All right? You came here for the news. That's the news. So now, is it going to be mandatory? I don't know, right? Obviously, I don't know if it's going to be mandatory. But it's not going to hurt to have a nice vibranium piece in your inventory just in case, okay? Imagine you could mass make the last show and dead. Yeah, bro, you can't. It's that's what I'm saying. So the fact that this game has matchmaking, or this raid has matchmaking, I should say, means there's no way that the puzzles can be that complicated. There's no way they can be that complicated. So I ain't even tripping. I think there's going to be I think people are still going to struggle with it. I mean, people are still struggling with the OLT. The problem is no one in this game is exposed to any, or has been exposed to any type of puzzle mechanic, right? So because of that, I think that any amount of puzzle mechanic is going to trip people up, right? At least people who are not like familiar with how that sort of thing works. So we'll see, but I really think it's anything that's like the puzzles might take a little bit, but like once you figure them out, you're gonna be straight. You're gonna be straight, and it's just gonna be a matter of like, okay, we know how to do this puzzle. Everyone in the group knows how to do this puzzle. You know, bang it out. But it's all about having a strong hero, right? I think part of it is not even going to be the puzzles so much. It's going to be that everyone has to contribute, right? Because they're going to split people up. You're going to come to a point where, like, they're going to say, okay, like, 2 people have to go into the next room and 2 people have to stay here and defend, right? So, like, no one person on the team can really carry. I think that's going to be what is going to make things tough. Oh, shit. Where did he just hit me? Like, no one person is going to be able to carry because they're going to split you up, right? So, like, everyone's going to have to still play a role. No one's going to be able to just be like, oh, well, I'll just blend in. Because, no, they're going to have to... You're going to get split from the party and have to do something on your own that contributes. And if you're not pulling your snuff, then you're going to be in trouble. You're going to get kicked. You get kicked from the raid with no join in progress. You're pressing up, bro. Fucking kick him. Oh, man. People still struggle with Monica. Ain't that facts, bro. I hope the raid don't have the mechanic you lose life over time. That sucks. The one good thing about that perk is it does trigger like reactive buff, but honestly it's not worth it. That perk sucks. The timing sucks. The timer better be gone, and I think it is. I don't think those are a part of it. All right, watch this. Here we go. I think we got it from here. Yes. Good shit.
Okay, that's all of them.
You're going to need that team synergy. It's true. And I mean, like I said, we'll see if there's a lot of just like puzzly stuff, like literal communication-y type nonsense that's just like, oh, you know, go, this person has to go into this room and read the order of the switches while the person in the other room activates the switches, and someone else has to kill someone after each switch is pulled, and just like random bullshit plate juggling stuff. That's how Destiny raids are, and like there might be a little bit of that. If there's a lot of that, then people are fucked. People are so fucked, other than like the top 0.1% of people, because no one in this game is ready for any type of mechanics like that. Someone dead? Oh no, Greek. What the hell's happening, bro? I'm getting like
I have
chain
enough
stomped.
vengeance. I'm ending this here and now.
Her shields are down. Focus your attacks on Dr. Rappaccini.
Your powers are nothing. How
Oh, I was too late. Come on.
you'll fall soon enough. The
Cosmic
world
energy
doesn't
is
need
building up.
avengers. AIM will save you. I will save you.
Feels bad, man.
Is that you?
Maybe for Kamala's support, Hawkeye, Thor. Bro, I mean, here's a clue.
Time bubble.
I got your day one raid team right now. You ready?
Thing.
Thor,
Monica's messing with
Thor,
It's
Thor,
unstable.
Thor. There's your team.
Finish.
How's that team?
I can see you.
It's one of the best teams you'll ever see.
Cosmic energy is building up. Stop her at
Down.
once.
So
Open
desperate.
up. Never played Destiny, but that sounds pretty fun. Oh, bro, Destiny's awesome. Go check out Destiny. It's actually free to play for just the base game. You just have to buy all the expansions, which they come out with an expansion every... They come out with a major expansion every year, but then every one of them has a season pass, and then there's quarterly content updates. Yeah, Destiny's sweet, man.
You miscalculated, Bard. Even unfinished, the cosmic cube's power is magnificent.
Web bombs could be dope as fuck. They said that Spider-Man's assault heroic will be explosive. Yeah, yo, GG Rondo, GG boys.
How can you be so stupid?
They said he will have an explosive attack, so we'll see what the hell that
This
means.
is the answer to everything. I won't let you get in the way of that.
Oh, yo, by the way, guys, I missed a few subs. Yo, if you guys are still here, Hyper Flash, Dragonheart424, and Jason Hagens. Yo, thank you guys for the new subscriptions. Welcome to the Cereal Bowl. Appreciate you, brothers. For Thor to go, yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. I mean, for Thor, like, that's why, like, they said the bosses are going to have phases. There's going to be puzzle mechanics to do damage, open up damage phases. Like, oh, oh, it's so close. This was close. This was closer than you think, bro. Woo-wee. Oh well. Let's try it again. What is coming out? What's the next event coming out? Oh, it's just the cargo runner thing? Or I guess it's the event coming now, but when's like the Red Room coming back? Or is it already what they said today? Hang on. Oh yeah, Cargo Frenzy and Flashback reward cash events. Yeah, here you go right here. There's your Cargo Frenzy. Got your cargo right here. Keep that piece to a hybrid, bro. Come on, Doom. You know me, man. You know me. You know better than that. You know if it ain't fire, it's trash. There's no in between. Told you to headbutt. I don't headbutt. They are coming out with the piece, though, that gives more unarmed damage. I know you saw that. It's actually the piece that I freaking used, the cincher. The cincher gives you more unarmed damage. But obviously, I'll be keeping my older version of the piece that gives... that gives the... What's it called? Jarvis Barrier. If it ain't fire, it's trash, and that's facts. That is facts. Pickle Clint. I like that Clint outfit. I don't care what anyone says. I think it's fire. Remove pin enemy buffs. We have come past the need for it. Well, it's the other thing, right? It's the other thing. Oh, Rondo. Yeah, I mean, join up, man. Yeah, here's a clue, man. I'm going to be running these, so if anyone wants to just jump in, just let me know. I'll shoot you an invite. Otherwise, I'll just matchmake them. It doesn't matter to me. These are, we're going to have to do a lot of these, so it is what it is, you know? We've got The Laughing Man 83. Is that some kind of joke? Does thrown matter? Lightning count as an unarmed attack? If you mean like the lightning that strikes, no. The unarmed attacks are the melee attacks. When you, after you throw Mjolnir, you can still melee people. Those are the unarmed attacks. They're actually pretty good. A lot of people goof around with them and do some pretty significant damage. So definitely don't sleep on them. But for me, man, I'm ranged Thor. I've been ranged Thor. I will continue to be ranged Thor. Ranged Thor is where it's at. I don't want to throw any shade on anyone or anything, but let's just go back here. Hang on, boys. Let me hang on. All right, here we go. Hang on. Let's go back. Here we go.
Nearly there, Mr. Bark.
Pure ranged Thor. 1 year ago. 1 year ago. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It was the 13th video I ever put out. And then I made another one updating it. Here it is. Here it is. Ranged Thor, pure ranged Thor, OP build. And this was back when I was using the grips of the All-Father. You remember that piece? With the Mjolnir's sight so it could ricochet around? That was fire. That was actually fire. The problem, so I only had the grip of the All-Father on PC. And it had I had it with the third perk, the Hollowed Hammer, so it did extra crit damage on the way back. On console, I never got this piece again. I only ever got the Fenrir's Maw, which is the epic version, and it doesn't have the Hollowed Hammer, it has a random third perk, and I don't know how it can roll these days. But this was the ranged, but look at that ranged rating. My heroic was low. And this build was fucking gasoline. Fucking watch this build real quick.
Avengers, secure that super weapon at all costs. Don't these guys ever learn?
This build was lighting them the fuck up. Look at that. 100. It was 130. It was 130 a throw, and it hit 15 targets both ways. That build was legit. Dude,
Hey, buddy, you gotta
that was one of the hot builds. Back when hot builds were a thing.
Electromagnetic radiation. The energy fluctuations are very alarming.
We're definitely in the right place.
I'm coming. What's good, Wallace? Where does that gear drop? Yo, you can't get the grip of the All-Father anymore. Or you can, but it's not the same. It doesn't have the random third perk. I want to say that it's from villain sectors, but I could be wrong. Look it up on the data table. The data table will tell you. But there's also the grip of Fenrir's Maw, which I think you can get from just like any mission.
Okay, doormen are down.
Love the name OG Joker. Who's the OG Joker?
Scans indicate the presence of a facility deep below.
Right, how do we get there?
The bunker overhead contains a personnel elevator.
There is a chest with gear close by.
Yo, did you guys see, speaking of the Joker, did you guys see that joke? Who here, let's take a vote here. Who here is going to be playing Multiverses?
The coast is clear. Bunker doors are opening.
Multiverses. Who here
Any cardio?
will be playing Multiverses? And don't even come at me to tell me like you haven't seen it. And if you do play, who will you be maining? Who will be your main in Multiverses?
Avengers. Always a thorn in my side. Monica, you're on the wrong side.
Not me. Oh, Chronic, what's up, pimpin'? Not I. Yo, no thanks. Trash, 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 trash. Janky as fuck gameplay. I already have Smash Bros. So, alright. So, it sounds like we're 0 for 5 on responses here. If I wanted to... Yo, here's the funny thing. When I watched the trailer, they said, oh, this is like our version of a platform fighter. And I said, excuse me. Since when did Smash Brothers become a platform fighter? It's a fucking Smash Brothers clone. Call it like you see it. You know what I mean? It's a fucking... Oh, a platform fighter. Okay, bro. Yeah. Yeah, platform fighter. That's a good one. Kenny Jordana, the bald head is looking smooth. Yo, I appreciate it, man. I try to keep it smooth to death, my dude.
Lockdown up ahead. Expect heavy resistance.
Ah,
How you doing, Kenny?
ever be easy, can it? Monica's trying her best to stall us. She'll have to try harder then.
Yo, guys, here's a question. Completely unrelated to the multiverses. Stream related. How would you guys feel about a green screen? Oh, no, I'm stuck. My Mjolnir. It won't come back to me. It won't come back to me. I'll just have to... Looks like I'll just have to improvise.
Okay.
Well, we did it. It's a melee. It's a melee build. Oh, no. I'm not used to this. Oh, it's back. Okay, well, it didn't last long. I'll headbutt this guy. How's that sound? Oh, that's not a headbutt. That was pretty funny. Looks like it's just this piece. Anyway, back to my question. Sorry. How would you guys feel about a green screen? Oh, dude, I'm getting invisible walled here, bro. What the hell? Yo, Light Demon. What's going on, man? Flying characters would destroy the whole game. Oh, yeah, in the multiverses? Probably. Probably. Well, they've got Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman. I guess Batman doesn't fly. It looks like a disaster.
I'm detecting an additional energy surge in the room ahead.
We gotta hurry.
It's like calling spaghetti noodles tomato sauce. Yeah, bro, just call it spaghetti. Call it like you see it. Say, it's a Smash Brothers clone.
Clear. Project Omega should be behind those doors.
Just literally just cloning.
Test run of the cosmic.
Like, what's next? You're gonna come out with the next Minecraft clone, and it's gonna be called a block-driven game. This is the first block-type game.
System, and I'll see what we're dealing with.
And then, of course, someone copies Death Stranding, and they say this is our version of a Strand-type game.
I'm trying to save us all.
Green screen would do me well. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I used to use a green screen back in the day, but I had kind of a shitty one, and it took up half the room. It was like an actual cloth that you had to like hang up with like a shower curtain. It was really bad. But they have that nice one now. They have that Elgato, that fold up, or it's like it rolls up like a projector screen. That one looks pretty great. And then when you're not using it, you can just slide it away. So yeah, I'm thinking of a green screen. I think it would be sweet. I definitely want to redo some of like my overlay stuff, just because I don't have much in terms of like alerts and whatever else. It's all kind of bare bones, and I would like to have like where you see me, right? Like over here, it's just a box, right? Which is just my camera. But I think it would be nicer to have like something around this, right? Some sort of little outline, and even if it can do like a little stats tracker, latest follow, you know, things like that. That would be pretty good. Obviously, you got to program all that stuff, which I'm not great with, but we can figure all that out. I ain't worried.
Success. I've breached the system.
Next wants to die. Use works well on all platforms. All right, word. You'll have to check it out. Don't forget Shaggy's the strongest, bro. Shaggy. That's the other thing. The game was made clearly for a fucking meme.
To disable the energy fields surrounding the power conduits.
Followed by...
Shaggy was already, he was actually already canon. I don't know if you guys saw. There was a Mortal Kombat, like, it was a random, like, Mortal Kombat, cartoon, I think. And they had like Scorpion, and he like did all sorts of moves, and then frickin' Shaggy pops out of nowhere and grabs him Ultra Instinct, and that was in a real Warner Brothers commercial. So completely canon already, but you know. Galactus on the green screen would be a sick backdrop. Well, don't forget, the green screen will still only be as big as this, right? As big as the box I'm in. So there's going to have to be a lot going there, you know?
Not almost.
And then if the other thing, too, with a green screen is I can just put myself, like, over here somewhere. And, like, I'll blend in with the game, you know? I won't, like, be taking up a lot of slot here. It'll just look like I'm just kind of coming up off the bottom. But we'll see. Like I said, I used to use a green screen before. I know how to use it. It's just I wasn't sure if it was worth trying to cop another one, because the one I had before was a real clunky piece of shit. It was like I said, it came with like a big stand, and you had to hang it like it was a shower curtain. So that wasn't great. We got her. That was fast. Good job, guys. Pretty sure I just fought an echo in the Here Comes the Pain. Oh no, that's the cargo runner. Those are like treasure goblins. You kill them and they just drop a ton of loot. Italian ramen.
You miscalculated, Martin. Even unfinished, the cosmic cube's power is magnificent.
Skip. Oh, I was the skip. I was the waiting for the skip. Yikes. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that was a good one, boys. Yo, Jameson, what's going on, man? Yo, we got nada. That's okay. It's going to be a lot of runs for this. But it's all right. I mean, if we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. It's the only thing I really need, so it's not like... It is what it is. Yo, appreciate you guys hanging out. By the way, definitely, if you are new, obviously, sub. It's completely free. Great way to support the channel. And definitely join the Discord as well. We've been picking up on the Discord quite a bit lately, and I'm definitely trying to turn it into like a one-stop shop for anything Avengers related. So definitely, if you're not already in the Discord, get on in there. We'll have all sorts of shit, LFGs, raid rooms, news updates for the game, whatever else you guys think would be cool to see, all that sort of stuff. Get in there if you ain't already, is all I'm saying. Make me a moderator? Yo, what's the number one rule, my man? What's the number one rule of moderator? You never ask for mod. We'll see. We'll see. I don't need any mods. That's the thing. Yo, we got such a chill chat. I never even have the need for a mod. You know what I'm saying? I have like 2 mods. Actually, no, I don't even have any mods on YouTube. On Twitch, I only had like 2 mods. I had a friend of mine who's always just lurking, and then I had and then my girlfriend. And then I could mod, obviously. But no, I never really had a need for like mods, you know?
Yes, the readings I've detected.
Got grips, cosmic, but it's explosion, not targeted.
The cosmic cube.
Ooh, brutal. Brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, explosion's not horrible, I don't think. Yo, Rondo, if you're still down, I'm down. I don't know if you're running these. If anyone else is like running these or needs to run the Cosmic Cube for the week, go crazy. Call Nightbot. Yeah, I guess I should get one of those little bots. I think I'll have to change my software. I used back in the day I used to use Ankbot, which I believe got bought by a different company. But I still have... Oh no, it's Streamlabs chatbot. Oh, that's what I have. But the problem is it was linked to my Twitch and it's no longer linked. So I'll have to either relink it to my YouTube stream key or do something else there. Hey Dev, what's going on, man? Why do you prefer YouTube over Twitch? Couple reasons. The main reason is because most of my content, if I only streamed, if I was a streamer, period, I would do Twitch. But I'm not a streamer, period. I'm mostly a YouTube video creator. So I figured it makes the most sense to keep it all together on one. Have folks, basically, if you sub on YouTube, you'll be able to see all of my videos and my streams. You don't have to sub on YouTube and go over and follow on Twitch, right? And then you'll be juggling 2 different things. Oh, go follow my Twitch. Oh, go follow my YouTube. Blah. No, it's here, boom, and that's it. So that's what I like. And honestly, I mean, the only what do you really lose, right, from not using Twitch? I mean, like my biggest hesitation was that I was worried that like all the people that followed on Twitch wouldn't come over here. But honestly, who cares? I mean, if you don't, you don't. That's totally fine. If you really prefer Twitch and that's what you want to watch your content on, go crazy. Like there are a lot of great streamers on Twitch in the Avengers, category. Oh no, Rondo left. Rip Rondo. You need another player? Probably guns. I'll just bang this out solo real quick. This is like our 7th or 8th run. We're just doing this as many times as we can until we can get that Grips of the Storm we need. I'll tell you what, I'm really excited for the fact that you can replay the raid over and over and get gear again, even though it's random rolled. That is going to be absolutely ginormously awesome for me because I can tell you, obviously, I'm still going to make YouTube videos, builds, guides, all sorts of things, current events, whatever. But the big thing of the live content for me is going to be and continue to be like raid stuff. Raid guides, raids with viewers, whatever else raid related, right? So I'm really excited that like it's the same thing with the OLT, right? When we were grinding when the OLT was the hot new thing, we just we ran OLT over and over, and I didn't care that I didn't get anything for it, right? I mean, it sucked, but it's not like it wasn't the end of the world, right? But that's the thing now. So it's like doing raids with viewers, raids with subs, right? Like I'm happy that now I'll be able to like get a little something for my efforts, even if it's not the first time I did the raid that week.
You been
You know?
practicing?
The usual.
So that's pretty
Plenty of
sweet.
practice, plenty of cardio.
Bro, I didn't leave you. You left me. I like YouTube better because Twitch is too strict. Can't say what you want. Bro, Show World, you know what's funny? This kills me, right? So Twitch bans the word simp. Okay?
Avengers.
Twitch bans the word simp. Now, simp is a made-up word, which I guess all words are made up, but this is a made-up word made up by Twitch chat, collective Twitch chat, right? It's not in a dictionary, but they banned it for offensive language. So now this is the most fucking self-aware thing in the history of existence. Twitch chat decides, okay, you're going to ban words that we collectively decide to use. So the term simp was replaced by the word twitch. So now if you were a simp, you're now a twitch. They say, oh, that guy is such a twitch. Oh, bro, stop being such a twitch. How are they going to ban the word twitch? They can't. And it's too good. They can't do it. Ooh, I just got a reactive protection breastplate, but it is worse than what I currently have, so. How do you beat that, man? That's too good. I love that. I love that.
Can't ever be easy.
That's excellent.
Monica's trying her best.
So now they say, now if you're on Twitch and someone's being a simp, you say, bro, stop twitching. Stop being a twitch. What are they gonna do? Ban that? Fucking Christ. That's what you get. That's why you can't ban words. Imagine banning a word. Like, come on. And it's not only that, it's a made-up word that they made up on Twitch specifically. It means nothing in any context anywhere else. But Twitch is like, no, that's offensive. Okay, bro. Who's offended? The simps? Yeah, friggin' backfired. Yo, Johnny, you're doing the backup also? Nice, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's the thing to do if you need what you need, you know? Just got one good new friend for the raid. I took a chance. Oh, that's good. Yeah, bro, we're going to be doing the raid with whoever we're going to do it for. I know who I'm playing with, at least for, like, my very first run. So, like, the day it comes out, I've got a squad for, like, the very first, you know, world's first run, attempt, whatever. But then after that, I'm gonna level Spider-Man, but then I am down to literally raid with anyone, anytime, no matter what. We'll be doing as many raids as humanly possible. So if you don't have anyone to raid with, and you need your raids for the week, definitely make sure you come by stream, because we will if I'm streaming post raid. If the raid is out and I'm streaming, it'll be a raid. That's just, I'll give you a hint, about 99% of my live content is going to be streams with subs. Still willing to run with you, take you invite? Yeah, oh yeah, Johnny, yeah, absolutely. You didn't send it last time, so I just loaded right up. But yeah, I'm down. I hope to not have to run it too many more times, but I think we all know that's a pipe dream.
I already told you fail, but you'd rather die than let go of power. So
Been playing with Cap. He feels so generic, it's not funny. I still like Cap, but we'll see what his role is. I think he might be, like, better in the raid than people are going to give him credit for. Because if there's going to be points in the raid... Because you got to remember, like, not everyone in the raid is going to have to be a DPS monster, we don't think, right? I think a lot of it is going to be, like, your team's going to get split up in a lot of cases, right? There's going to be times where, like, two people have to go in one room, and two people have to go. You're gonna have like a runner and like a person who has to hold a point, right? So like my understanding or my thinking is that like if you've got someone like needs to hold a point, right? Who better to like hold a choke point down than Captain America? Like if you just have like literally a area that they just say like just stay on this point and don't die. How is a Brooklyn Brawler, Infinite Brooklyn Brawler Captain America gonna not be the best for that, you know?
I didn't do anything, Mr. Barton, but the energy levels are rising by the
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries, my dude. Join a run before bed? Yo, absolutely. Absolutely, Jameson. I'll get you in.
power conduits drawing energy from the cube.
I'm getting major A-Day vibes.
Can't wait to run the raid more than once a week. Yo, for real. Imagine I'll be spending more time with this game. I think so. I mean, there'll be a lot more to do. That's what I said. That's why I said the raid is the most important thing. Like, and this again, I know I always come back to this, but like being a Destiny player, like I know how it goes. Like, it's the raid is the most important piece of content, and being able to replay the end game content for end game loot is the most important grind in the end game. There's no sugarcoating that, right? So I don't know. I think it's going to be sweet. I think, you know, if you look back historically, what's the biggest complaint about this game, right? There's nothing to do. There's no end game. Guess what? This update is adding the end game. It's adding the thing that we need to be able to do. So, of course, it's going to be the best update. I think it's going to be the biggest, and I say biggest in the sense of most important update that this game has ever received, hands down. I think hands down. I don't think you can even make an argument for anything else.
You won't get the better of me again. You're out of your depth, Avengers. How did you? No matter. You'll fall soon enough.
Cosmic energy is building up.
This is nothing. The world doesn't
Your Widow's gonna melt the raid? I didn't know you were Widow main. Who did I think you played as? I thought you played as Thor. Or am I tripping? Or do you play both?
I'm in the time bubble.
You probably play both, to be honest. Who am I kidding?
Doing these weird.
Yeah, I don't know about my Widow. I mean, I'm happy with my Widow in general, but I don't know how good she's really gonna be. I guess we'll see. I mean, obviously we'll see. I'll be trying to play her on everything. But no, I mean, there's definitely characters I'm not super interested in playing the raid with. I mean, I'd like to play the raid with pretty much everybody, but I definitely, like, Hawkeye is definitely, like, one of my bigger ones. Thor, Kamala, Spider-Man, of course, once he comes out, will be one I definitely want to do multiple runs on. And
no matter. Merely delay me.
yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. I don't really know. I'm trying to think. I mean, obviously I'll play as everybody, but who's going to be playing that many times a week? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to be playing that many times? That's a lot of runs. You know, that's a lot of freaking runs. If you're going to do 9 characters, 10 including Spider-Man per week to get them up, it's going to be tough. I mean, I'm going to at least try to do that. Did we get anything? Nope. Garbage. Garbage. But I think, you know, I'll try to do it with every character, like I said, to at least get the drop for the week to be a higher power. But in terms of like really honing in on like getting raid gear and like maining, especially if we're gonna do runs with viewers, and like, no offense to you guys, because I know you guys are all killer, but like, you know, if I want to like really bring my A game to try to help some people out who you know don't have, or maybe trying to do it on a character that might not be ready for it, whatever the case, like you know, there's a handful of characters I'm going to bring for that, right? So... Eli, when I first heard they were doing that awards, I was so shocked. Bro, I know, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, here's the thing, June. I expected, because they had hinted at the fact that you'd be able to do it on every character. I thought it was going to stop there. The fact that you can redo it over and over again, that's insane. Is the raid finally going to be the Taken King of Avengers? I think so. I mean, you know, it's funny, Alien. The whole Taken King mechanic or talking point, that's obviously a you know, Destiny was kind of a flop before. I mean, it was obviously popular, but like it was a bad game before the Taken King came out. And then when the Taken King came out, it totally changed the game. It was far and away the best expansion. It added probably like 50% of like, take like the base game and then add 50% more content. That's how big the expansion was. It was enormous. It was enormous. Your recent Hulk build is giving me new life for the game. Any advice on Cap Iron Man? Yo, Starling, I appreciate you, brother. Yo, I love that Hulk build. And I don't play a lot of Hulk. Hulk's probably my least played character. But man, if there's a cheese, I'm gonna go for it. And the double status effect, man, I love it on Hulk. And especially, let me tell you a little secret, is I'm gonna be using that with Hulk with the Sonic Sender, the Sonic Conduit effect. I'll be banging out Hulk, Sonic Conduit. We'll be looking good. All right, let me tell you something on that one. But no, I have videos on both Cap and Iron Man. My Captain America, I still play the same Cap that I've been playing for a while. It's the Infinite Brooklyn Brawler. It's a classic, can't be beat. You know, I do have a little bit of a ranged build for him, and he plays well from ranged. I just don't play him as much range. I feel like the Infinite Brooklyn Brawler is the way to go. Definitely the way to go for him. But yeah, I've got a video on that, and then my most recent Iron Man build is actually a Sonic Laser, so that's up on my channel as well. I really like the Sonic Lasers. First of all, I like lasers because I love the mobility that it gives. I love being able to like fly and continue to do damage and then just like duck in and out of, you know, cover, dodge attacks, all that stuff. You're not really like in the fight, so to speak. You're more of just like providing support from above. But doing Sonic is actually quite strong with that. And when you do your laser swipes, it actually does a hidden plasma damage. So you're able to, get the battery effect regardless. Now, Sonic, we already know Sonic's going to be important for the raid. And I think that Iron Man build in particular with lasers, missiles are stronger for single target DPS, especially if you're going to do the emote or the weapon swap cheese. If you can do the weapon swap cheese fast enough, you can shoot a lot of missiles. So that's probably like the better DPS for Iron Man. I mean, it's definitely the better DPS for single target DPS, right? And that's assuming you're in a spot where you can stand still and, you know, do what you need to do. But no, the lasers I think will be more useful in most cases, especially if there's a need to be mobile, right? If there's a need for a character in the raid or one of your teammates in the raid to stay moving, maybe to grab objectives, right? Or whatever other reason, like your Iron Man can fill that role. Obviously, let's be clear, like if there are reasons in the raid to have a moving character that has to run around places, it's no mystery that a flyer will be better for that, right? So obviously there's only two flyers, Thor and Iron Man. We know Thor is going to be a boss either way. But Iron Man also very strong, and Iron Man has the better fly. Thor's a little delayed. Yo, John Sheridan, what's going on, brother? Hey, Tricks, been using your vids building my characters just about a month in. Very nice, my dude. I'm glad you're finding them useful. What character are you liking the most so far?
Secure that super weapon at all costs.
Yo, Jason, what's going on, man? Been lurking a bit. Wife does not fly out till Tuesday, so domestic time. Oh boy.
I can do this.
Yeah, appreciate you stopping by, Jason. Appreciate you lurking as well. Got cryo.
Okay.
Oh, I use high cal or high cal full auto. Here's the thing, guys. The other thing too. How many does anyone here play on PC? Just out of curiosity, does anyone here play on PC? Because I own the game on PC, but I don't really play it. I haven't played it in months. If there's a need or a want to do raids on PC with people on PC, viewers on PC, I will do that. But like, if not, I'm not gonna bother re-leveling. The character I would play is Widow, and mostly because I cheese it with Widow. So I actually have a macro.
Doormen are down.
Give me 1 second, Jameson. I'm just getting a little feedback. Nothing personal, bud.
Scans indicate the presence of a facility.
I can just hear myself coming through.
Right. How do we get there?
The bunker contains a personnel elevator.
But I use I use a macro
There's a chest
on my
with the
mouse
exit.
so that when I click, it just turns it into like an auto fire. So because of that, I use regular pistols with Widow on keyboard and mouse, and it's fire because you just regular pistol them, and then you can just unload
Practice plan.
your whole pistol mag in
You know.
a second, 2 seconds maybe. So it's really good. You're a Kate kind of guy, looking good, dude. Kate is very fun. I like Kate a lot. Some people will say that Kate is of a lower echelon than some other characters, but I like Kate. I always have fun playing her, and if you like her, stick with her, because every character in the game is very strong. Found a way to get 3 Night Storms. Oh, Lejeune, what are you doing, man? What are you doing to me?
Always a thorn in my side.
Well, I gotta know, obviously. Are you gonna tell us, or we gotta wait for a video on it?
We've seen the future.
What's the
Monica.
deal? What's the dealio?
It didn't save the world. It ruined it.
Project Omega's potential is beyond anything you could imagine.
I'm starting to see what you meant by Black Panther being a low tier character struggling to do good damage. So and it's not even his fault because he's a really fun character. The reason he's a low tier character is because he's a melee character. He's based on being a melee character, and melee is bad. You know, that's why. That's my concern with Spider-Man. If Spider-Man is if they're going to try to force him to be a melee character, he's going to be bad. And I know they're trying to like make melee better, but it's not, you know, it's funny because they said they heard our feedback of like saying like, just make all light attacks do an element versus other, you know, and they're like, well, we don't want to jump all the way that far. And I can understand their hesitation, but you know, if they think anything other than that is going to fix it, they're incorrect. Because that's currently how ranged is. So if one has to be like that, the other one has to be like that, or they're not going to be balanced.
Monica's trying her best to stall us. She'll have to try harder then.
Just got pieces to do the Invincible Kate. Nice, dude. Yeah, Invincible Kate's sweet. I like Invincible Kate a lot. That's a really sweet one. That could be a great fucking raid build. Just be like the anchor on the team. It's a little bit lower damage than others, but honestly, if you're invincible, what's it matter? You can be like the anchor of the team who just never dies, and then the team is gonna win no matter what, right? So that's pretty sweet. Oh, I was suppressed. Excuse me. Okay. They should buff base melee. Yeah, I mean, they should. That would work too. I mean, if they just buffed like all melee damage across the board by 50%, that would fix melee. Be like, you should be. They have it flipped here. The ranged should always be the less damaging element or piece because you're running the risk of being close, right? Like it's like being a close range character is a risk. Like you're risking your life to stay in close, right? So because of that, if you look at any game that's even like has, let's look at shooters for example. If you take a game like Borderlands, right? If you take a game like Borderlands, okay, there's only like, the game is a gun game, right? It's a shooter game. It's a first-person shooter. There are melee options. Look at Krieg the Psycho, right? In Borderlands, he's a melee character. Here's the thing. In order for a melee character to work in that game, they have to be very overpowered from close range. Because if they're not, they're going to get their shit pushed in. Right? So that's the issue. And same thing with this game. If you're going to be up in the fight, you're going to be up in Maestro's grill, you're going to be up in the Super Adaptoid's face, trying to melee them, you better be clocking them, or it's not worth it. That's the problem, straight up. And I mean, they could argue and say they don't want to go all the way, they don't want to commit to having something be overpowered. That's fine. But just know, you heard it here first. It's not, even with the new changes to melee, having the double abilities on a single element, even with that change, it's not going to be good enough. And I applaud them for making the change, but it's not going to be good enough. You need to get the heroic slot for Hawkeye with the extra Nightstorm, going to OLT or Tachyon mission. You equip, let the timer run out, then switch the gear. Ah! Does it last forever? Is it like Thor where it just stays forever? If so, that'd be fire.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything, Mr. Barton, but the energy levels are rising by the minute. You must pull the levers.
If it just lasts for that mission, then probably not worth it. But if it's like Thor, then...
Power conduits drawing energy from the cube.
I'm getting major A-Day vibes, Clint.
Yeah, well, time to make things right.
Oh, we did them all. For the Hulk build, do you know if he can get heavy power attacks, does Sonic instead of Plasma for his melee spot? I believe you, well, that can happen. You can get that drop, but it's not going to give you the glitch. For the glitch to work, you have to have Sonic in the ranged small debris and Plasma on heavy power. It has to be in that order. If you flip it, it doesn't work.
Beautiful, isn't it?
What the hell is going on?
The cosmic energy
Did it this morning, still have it?
the holder almost unlimited.
Whew.
Not almost.
You know what?
Whew. That's what I like to see.
Humanity will be saved by aim and science.
Yo, Lejeune, I'll be doing that right after this mission. Thank you for the heads up. That is fire.
Example of wasted potential.
That is confirmed fire, not trash.
Taking you down.
Oh, we got the double hit in on her. Nice.
You won't get the better of me again.
There is no end to these clones.
You're out of your depth, Avengers.
Where the hell did she go? Oh, Kamala keeps grabbing her. What the hell? This guy's high at all times.
How did you... No matter. You'll fall soon enough. The world doesn't need aim will save it. I will save it.
Vibranium and Sonic on Panther is super strong. They said they wanted Hulk to be up in their face, not standing back throwing rocks. Well, I mean, it makes sense for Hulk.
Doing these weird...
And honestly, the reason Hulk's melee is not actually good, or excuse me, the reason his ranged is not actually good is not even because of the range. Because honestly, the rocks do a lot of damage. You'd actually be surprised how strong the rocks are. The problem is that he has to be on the ground to initiate a rock throw. Right?
It's so desperate.
That's the actual issue. He has to be on the ground to pick a rock up. He can't do anything from the air. That's why he's clunky in range. His rocks are actually very strong. If you use the large rock with the ability to pin all enemies it hits, it's extremely strong. You can literally just throw it into a crowd and it'll just mow the fucking crowd down.
miscalculated, Martin. Even unfinished, the cosmic cube's power is magnificent.
Black Panther with a reactive vibranium buff is very useful. No need for vibe on range or melee. He has spears along with his vibe buff.
This is the answer to
But waste
everything.
all day. Yeah, I mean, well, so they're also some of those the vibranium will be a lot better when they fix those vibranium perks on the heroic and defense gear. Those pieces are confirmed to be not working. The devs are aware. I've specifically got word that they are aware it's an issue, and they're letting the team know that they're gonna fix it. So we'll see if and when that happens or what that looks like. But otherwise, I mean, because some of those perks can be really good. You know, there's one that's like gain intrinsic energy when you attack an enemy that's vibranium. How good would that be with vibranium lasers, you know? Like, vibranium rockets, you know? Large rocks are only good stunning everyone not killed by heroics. Yeah, well, I mean, they nerfed the crap out of Hulk's heroics, so... He can still kill small enemies, but otherwise it's not great. Alright, this is it, boys. This is the exotic... It doesn't even have to be exotic. It can be legendary, but this is the piece... We're going to get it. Here it is. Show me the money. Ah, come on, brah. We got this. No. Rip. All right, let me try. I'm just going to reload this quick so I didn't save that. Let me try this. Let me try this Lejeune trick here. For the arrow, because that's mwah. Yo, Ams, what's going on, man? How you doing? I'm doing good, Ams. Can't wait to say what the new exotics look like. Yeah, bro, they're gonna be vibranium and sonic exotics. They look sweet, and they said, you know what sounds really cool too is when you get an elite exotic, like from the elite raid, it actually has a little indicator showing that it's from the elite raid. So it's almost like you're gonna get like a foil exotic, like a premium exotic. So it's almost like a rarity above exotic. Yo, Sentry, man, we really need Ultron in this game. Yeah, I mean, that would be sweet. He would fit really well in this game. I mean, honestly, if you ask me like what villains would fit well, Ultron would obviously fit well. Loki would fit pretty well. I think Kang would fit pretty well in this game. He makes sense. They already do clones. Like you could fight him like a Monica boss fight, like a Monica clone fight. All right, let's do this right now. See what's up. I know I have the piece. Yo, say psych right now. I know I got the piece. Bro, do I not have this piece? It's got to be in my vault. It's got to be in the vault. I got this piece. It's the extra Nightstorm arrow. I have the piece. It's a... I believe it's a heroic piece, unless I'm tripping. No, it's definitely a heroic piece. God, it might be in my disaster of a vault. I passed it up? What do you mean? Oh, it's this one. I'm an idiot. I was looking at the third line. Yeah, okay. Bro, I'm losing it, man. It's getting late. I am tripping. Yo, here's the real secret. What do you guys know about this? What do you guys know about this? Who's ready for Spider-Man now? All right, so it's the OLT. I'll just do the OLT. Oh, I can't even do... Oh, no, wait, that's not the OLT. I can't even do the OLT solo. So I'll do the solo Tachyon Rift if that'll still work. Big B, that's how yours looks. Looking good, dude.
I've never seen anything like this before. You'll be equipped with sensors that feed back to our labs. The data should help us.
Yo, Brian Ingold, high hopes for the game in 2022. I want a Scarlet Witch expansion. That would be sweet. I don't know if we're gonna get Scarlet Witch, like...
Things might get a little weird.
I don't know, man.
Reliving your past.
Like, I'm almost not even feeling expansions. I almost want to see, like, more just hero events and then just updates where raids happen. Because when you think expansion, you got to have some sort of story content, right? And honestly, that's going to take time and not add anything lasting in the game.
I've marked the facility on your HUD.
All right. Oh god, it's a 2 fucking minute thing. Oh my god.
The odds finally seem to be tipping in our
All right, so we'll let this go. So you let time run out and switch gear. Do you have to do it like right while it's running out, or like right, or just after you load back in? You think it'd be better to put in more heroes but give them small content like Spidey or big expansions? I think small content for the non-big. Yeah, I think smaller hero releases, less content. And when I say less content, honestly, I could care less if even the big heroes get small content drops. Like, if they drop Scarlet Witch and there's no real content, I wouldn't even be mad. If it was like just an event, I wouldn't even be mad, because I would like to see more... I would like to see expansions that are not hero-specific, right? What happens when they come out with the Ultron expansion and it's Ultron? And there's no character. It's just Ultron versus the Avengers. It's an Avengers problem, and they have to deal with it. You know? Like, they could do an expansion that doesn't have to be tied to a character. Or even just random, you know, it's a live service game, right? So it can just be, like, things that happen... Surprise, it's like, oh, coming out next month is our big new raid due to this new thing, or like, oh, a new event's happening. They don't have to be expansions every time, you know what I mean? Oh geez, we're getting perped. Yo, what's up, Shrug Life? It's going good, man. Haven't gotten what we needed yet, but we got the hot new cheese. We got the hot new cheese. We're installing on Hawkeye now. We're loading up the data, and that'll be that. All right, so now we switch.
I've marked the facility on your HUD.
Thank you for doing it.
So then we just switch back to whatever. What was I using before this? And then do we still have... So it'll be 3 Night Storm arrows, right? Oh, looks like I only got 2 still. Do I have... Yeah, I think I still only got the 2. Let me see. So this gives 3. Maybe I had to, like, actually go forward in the mission to the point where it even showed the fucking thing.
Just have the word of the Inhumans. I'm afraid that's not enough.
I'll let time run out one more time. See how that goes.
So you've been building the Resistance in secret all these years?
Not intentionally.
least not in the beginning. A lot of us were captured by AIM early on. After we realized nobody was coming for us, we broke out and started making our own plan.
Oh, you disconnected your internet? Interesting. Well, I'll give it one more shot here. I don't know if I... Right now I have 3. Confirmed to have 3. So I'll let it run out again and then switch. We'll see if it goes. I am on internet, so...
Hold them in specific containment units. They like to have them
If
nearby
anything, I'll
so
try
they
it
don't
offline
test.
afterwards.
Don't ask why.
Oh, you were in the OLT, though. Maybe it's in the OLT. It might not count for the tachyon. I'll have to try that separately then. I didn't want to just try to matchmake in the OLT and screw up someone's mission. Or not even be able to do it because someone else is grabbing time, right? La cheese. La cheese.
Any idea what we're doing in there?
You
Once
trolling
inside,
him.
I'll be able to
You might be.
an idea of what technology is
Oh, that's
available.
funny. Bro, do you even, in the OLT, does it even fail you if the time runs out? Because I remember it used to not even fail you. It would just go anyway with no time.
I've marked the facility on your HUD.
All right, so
Thank
let's
you.
try to switch back now. I'll just switch back to my normal piece. Let's see, I got to go to the area that actually shows the heroics.
The odds finally seem to be...
Nah, back to 1. Or back to 2. Yeah, I'll try it in the OLT, but it looks like it's either the... It definitely doesn't work online in a Tachyon Rift, but if it... Maybe it works offline or in the OLT or both.
We haven't been able to get anything
Or
solved.
offline
We just have the word of the
here.
Indians. And I'm afraid that's
Maybe it's offline that does it. I don't know. But yo, either way, I'll test it out, June. You got to put a video out on it so I can see exactly, and then we'll go from there. But yo, GG guys, I'm gonna actually end the stream now. Regardless, it's about 10:30 where I am. Yo, be sure to join the Discord if you haven't already. Be sure to sub to the channel. Really helps the channel out. It's completely free.
After we realized nobody was coming for us,
And
we broke out and started
I guess
making
that's
our own.
pretty much it. I'll probably be streaming again. Probably not this weekend, but possibly early next week. I might have a little time to stream. Definitely not. Obviously, a week from today is Thanksgiving, so I won't be streaming on
Research
Thanksgiving
labs
Day.
hold them in specific containment
But
units. They like to have
you
them
know, even if we
nearby
don't
when they're running
stream
tests.
too much next week, I will be streaming hard the week after, which is when Spider-Man comes out. So I'll be online for sure the 29th to cover the War Table, definitely the 30th for launch, obviously, and then even probably the 1st I'll be on. I have those 3 days off of work, so I'll be doing
Any
the
idea what
deal.
we're dealing with in there? Once inside,
All right,
I'll do
guys.
what I can to get an idea
That's
of
it
what
for me.
technology is
Take it
available.
easy. Lejeune, I'll keep trying. I'll try in the Omega level threat as well. And we'll see how we can do it. But all right, boys, take it easy. All that good stuff. Like, subscribe,
I've marked
join the
the
Discord,
facility on your
follow on Twitter, all that good
Thank you.
stuff.